on voice, and we also have with me Jolkis, who is eating right now because it's lunchtime, and we also have
Callum!
Yay!
Minecraft news!
Yes, so happy to have you here with us. Um, so we had oh my gosh, this has been a super exciting week. So we've had, let's see, let me just think about all the stuff that we've had this week. So we had a another Nether snapshot on Java Edition. We have a update to Minecraft Bedrock with some bug fixes. Which is a hotfix update. We have a new Nether beta build that came out, and we also have the Minecraft RTX Beta that just came out this morning. So, Callum, go ahead and let's go. Let's just kind of talk through the Java snapshot. What's new in this Java snapshot?
Okay, so in this week's Java snapshot, we have got the Bastion Rayments, is that how you pronounce it? The Bastions, where the piglins live.
Mm-hmm.
So they have chain blocks in them, 4 different rooms. I think you've got the Hoblin room, the bridge one. Can't really remember all of them. Yeah, you've got there's 4 different types of Bastion Raiments. So you've got bridge, Hoglin stable, the housing units, and the treasure room. And these are found in all the different biomes, I believe. They have all different sorts of loot. There's chain blocks that are new. They generate there. And you can find the piglin banner pattern through the chest loop. And there's a new music disc called the Pigstep. That was made by Lena Rainey. So that can only be found in Bastions as well. There's also now ruined portals, which I love. They are found in the overworld, so they can be found in the sea, underwater, or buried in sand, and they're also located throughout the Nether as well.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, what of all these new features that have come out, what is your favorite so far?
I really love the Striders.
I'm going to have to agree on these Striders.
I love the new biomes. I think the Basalt Deltas is a beautiful biome, but I have to say the Strider is just so cute. I hate it when it goes out of lava and gets all cold. I have to say Striders are one of my favourites.
Oh yeah, I actually love the sounds they make because it's like they're just so adorable.
Yeah, they are very cute. I especially love the little babies, the little baby striders that ride on the top of the heads of the big striders and stuff like that, which is
Yeah, and
cool.
these zombified piglins that sit on top of them as well.
So actually, yesterday I found a baby Strider riding a baby Strider that is riding a adult Strider.
Some of the same weird sounding. The stream's sounding weird.
Oh, is that?
That the audio is sounding weird. It says, "Are you guys secretly robots?" It sounds like a robot. It sounds far away and a bit echoey.
Oh. Let me see if there's something I can do about that.
Yeah, Drokus is going to look into it. So we have Drokus is actually streaming from his PC because his PC is awesome and can run the RTX Beta. And we'll talk about some of like the minimum requirements and stuff like that in just a little bit. So yeah, he's fixing it. Drokus is working on the audio right now.
Is this better?
Is hopefully robots confirmed. Let's see. Alex says, like, yesterday was the best update of all. Thank you, Cena, for hosting us. Oh, yeah, we're on Mixer this week, too.
Awesome.
So I finally fixed what was the issue with my Mixer account. So, no, we didn't do it on purpose. We didn't. We're not making ourselves look like, sound like robots on purpose.
Sounds fine to me. I've just tested.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I didn't mean to take it away from RTX, but here we go.
Oh, that's fine. Hashtag Drokus broke it. That's funny.
Oh,
But yeah, so and then we had, of course, the Minecraft Nether beta. And what were some new things that were added to that?
So we have a lot of happy people with the beta that released yesterday for the Nether update. So we have the Basalt Deltas as well that have now come over to Bedrock, the ruined portals, the Bastion raiments, all the sort of things you saw in the Java snapshot this week are in the Bedrock beta this week as well. We've got the Blackstone, the Lodestone. So the Lodestones can set your spawn in all dimensions. If you right click it with a compass, you'll get an enchanted compass, and then it will take you to that lodestone. We have the respawn anchor now in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So that has 4 different charges that you charge with glowstone blocks, but these are exclusive to the Nether for setting your spawn. If you try it in the overworld or the end, there'll be a massive explosion. We've got Striders and Zoglins in Bedrock now. I know people may not know about the Zoglins because they're fairly new to Java, but they are basically, when Hoglins come through to the overworld, they'll turn zombified, and they will kill any mob inside they see, apart from creepers.
Excellent.
We have the smithing table functionality finally in Bedrock.
What?
Soul campfires, and we've got the new chisel type of nether bricks and quartz bricks, which I think are absolutely beautiful. The smooth quartz texture in Bedrock was finally fixed, so we finally have smooth quartz. We have lots of new sounds, so Helen knows I absolutely love sounds in Minecraft. We have cave sounds now. We have the 3 new music tracks. Well, the aquatic music tracks, and the 3 new Nether music tracks. We have new sounds for the Nether blocks and sounds for honey blocks and honeycomb blocks, which I actually discovered today that the honeycomb block on Bedrock and Java uses the sound for the coral block, but yet the coral blocks have stone sounds.
that's weird.
So someone's put what's the smithing table functionality. So in order to obtain netherite tools, you have to put all your diamond tools and armor into the smithing table with 1 netherite ingot, and then you'll get the netherite tools or armor. That's exclusive to the smithing table.
That is awesome. I'm super, super glad for that. Do we have functionality planned? I think they're talking about the fletching table. We are still taking your suggestions on feedback.minecraft.net on what you guys think we should do with the fletching table. We are still trying to figure that out, so we would love your suggestions on that. That would be just fantastic. So,
Super awesome.
Yes, definitely. Also, just so you know, I live stream for free. All of my live streams, like on the Minecraft channels, are totally free. So I highly recommend that you save your Sparks on Mixer and spend them on one of our amazing Minecraft community live streamers. Because I'm just doing this for you guys, right? I don't need that. So yes, but Nether Ninja MC says, I thought Jebberay had an idea for that. So we always have ideas, but what we really want is what you guys want. What we really want is to hear from you. So please, please, please get those suggestions in for the fletching table, because that's absolutely, that's really what we want to hear. We really want to hear from you. So
exactly, yeah.
We are working on lag. I know you guys on some of the platforms are talking about lag, but we are working.
I'm looking at my stream on my own end, and I'm definitely seeing dropped FPS.
Okay, but you are also running a lot of stuff on your machine right now.
I'm
So
trying to limit what I'm running, so I only have Firefox, I have Discord, I have Minecraft, I have OBS. I mean, unfortunately, Minecraft with RTX on is a bit more intensive. Um,
yes, yes, definitely is. And that is a great transition into our RTX beta that we just released today. Now, the first
woohoo!
thing I want to say is, and Callum was awesome and tweeted about this earlier, which is the ability to get on the RTX beta did not go live until 10 a.m. Pacific this morning. So if you have already
Yeah.
gone to the Xbox Insider Hub and joined the beta, what you're getting is you're getting the beta for the Nether update, which is 1.16. So what you need to do is first back up all your worlds, right? And then go uninstall. And then after you've uninstalled, I recommend just rebooting your PC because that should hopefully clear out the cache and everything. There's a weird caching issue sometimes with betas. And then when you come back up, then go back to the Insider Hub and click and go to manage and then click join. There'll be three options to either leave the beta, to go to the RTX beta, or to go to the Nether beta. Choose the RTX beta and then click join, then go to the Windows Store and download Minecraft again. And then that should put you on the RTX beta, which is a 1.15 beta. I think it's 1.15.0.8, I believe is correct. So that,
Yes, I
Yeah?
believe so.
yeah, so that's the one that you guys want, is you guys want that one if you want to go to the RTX beta. Now, also keep in mind that the RTX beta does not support all graphics cards.
Yes,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it will only, as far as I know, it will only support RTX 2060 and above. I was unfortunately hoping it would support actually 1060 and up because ray tracing support, well, on the DirectX platform, what did become supported on those. Um, but it looks like it requires a bit of native ray tracing, uh, um, a bit of the native ray tracing
Mm-hmm.
power on the RTX cards to actually be able to run Minecraft RTX because the RTX cards have dedicated ray tracing accelerated hardware, while ray tracing on the 10 series and the 16 series are all software driven.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, my I have two laptops and they both have 1060s in them. So I
Oh.
definitely feel that. I definitely feel that, which is why you are getting to live stream directly because
Woo!
I actually don't have in my house. Maybe I can sneak up to work and get the gaming PC from the live streaming studio. Nobody tell Gartsky. Maybe I can do that. Next week I can do that. So yeah, so that's what you need to have in order to be on the RTX beta. And because of the particular stuff in it, right? It needs to be one of those RTX cards that's supported. But if you already have that, then you can experience this. And this is really cool tech. And I'm really hoping to have one of our amazing Render Dragon devs. Of course, Render Dragon is the new graphics engine for Bedrock that is already on Minecraft Earth and is also on Minecraft Xbox One and Minecraft PS4, not on the rest of the Bedrock platforms yet. But Render Dragon with ray tracing capability is only on this beta right now. So because it's still, we're still working on it. We're still, we're getting all the kinks out and everything like that. So we really just wanted to give you guys, because you guys really, really want us to push out stuff as soon as we possibly can. So that's what we try to do for you guys. We try to push it out as soon as we can. So of course, like any beta, it's it's going to have some glitches, it's going to have some bugs, stuff like that. But hopefully, it can give you a good view of kind of the cool stuff that it can do. So, but Cena says lower the render distance down to 8.
Yeah.
Um,
It looks like I'll have to do, or actually, let me kill this too, the particle, and hopefully 8 is better.
yeah. Mega
Yeah.
says, is it only NVIDIA graphics engines right now? Will the ability be expanded to AMD? We don't have any news at this time about um, whether or not it's going to be expanded. We just don't know. We just don't have any news. So. And Cena says, Helen Angel, any news when mobile will get Render Dragon? I want to see the boost on performance. So I don't have any news specifically. The team is, of course, working to get Render Dragon on all Bedrock platforms. And like today, Minecraft Earth, like I said, runs on Render Dragon. But Minecraft Earth, of course, is based on Bedrock, but it has quite a few other things. But of course, Render Dragon is running on mobile devices on Minecraft Earth because Minecraft Earth is only mobile devices. So there we go.
Oh
Let's
wow.
see.
So apparently I am getting sub 60 FPS. So let me see if I can actually like maybe cut the FPS down to 30. Cause the funny bit is I am actually running a RTX 2080 Ti, which is a notch down from the highest gaming RTX card, which is the Titan RTX. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a little concerning.
So you're saying I should get a Titan?
Um, if you can power it, because it would require quite a lot of power.
Oh, okay. I have a feeling it would knock out all the power in my house because the electricity here is like still from like the 1970s. So if
Oh,
we
so what I actually mean is the power supply units. Even if you have if you
Oh.
have a desktop computer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. And I'm saying the wiring in my old house, I don't know, could even do it. So
Oh, I'm pretty sure it'll be able to handle it.
so Kareem says, what will PS4 and Xbox get from the Render Dragon? So far what the whole idea behind Render Dragon is to give a Bedrock an honest to goodness graphics engine, which Bedrock did not have before. It just had a rendering pipeline. So Render Dragon brings with it more functionality, stuff, for instance, to do things like the RTX Beta on Windows 10, right? And it also basically it should have an increase in performance as well. So I know with some players, especially like after you reboot your machine, and then you have more ability to do stuff, or sorry, more ability to have the game use more resources, then you can see that. But probably right now, PS4 players and Xbox One players probably won't notice much of a difference. So because we're still working on things and everything. So let's see. The FPS slider is experimental gameplay. You need a resource pack to enable it.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what that was
Interesting.
about.
So Javier Pendrigan says, besides RTX, will Render Dragon have a code base similar to GSL and HLSL for community made series? I have no idea. That would be something. That would be a question to save up for when I can get one of our graphics devs on this live stream. So I just honestly don't know. That's beyond my expertise, sadly. So, but Drolkus, what are we seeing now?
I'm just like trying to play with the settings, trying to get the FPS slider to review itself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as per whose recommendation? Nether Ninja MC's recommendation, which is the FPS slider's experimental gameplay. But he says you need a resource pack to enable it. So I'm just trying to see if I can somehow get that setting without putting on the resource pack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, experimental under the general.
So, are we going to go over the top 10 known issues for the RTX
Oh,
Beta?
that is a great idea, Callum. Let's do that.
Yeah, so maybe while you guys are talking about that, I can maybe try seeing if I can get better performance on a non-map. If I can get to run, get RTS on the non-pre-built map.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So yeah, let's go over that, Callum.
So, our wonderful Helen, community manager, put together a FAQ for the RTX Beta.
Oh, it was a group effort. It was definitely a group effort. Shout out to Gene and Tasha.
And within the beta phases of things like RTX and the Nether update and different things like that, there's always some issues that may occur and may be listed that the developers know about but are working on. And one of them is that the Nether dimension and the end dimension are not currently optimized for ray tracing, I believe.
Yes, that is correct. If you go to the Nether and the end, it's just not. It just won't. It won't be as interesting to look at, and things may look a little weird because, like the Nether and the end, they don't have light coming from a specific like source. Like for instance, the sun, right? You don't have the sun in the end of the Nether.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah.
And one of the other things linking into this is that because the RTX and the Nether betas are two different builds, there won't be Nether update features supported in this beta. So if you do want to play with the Nether update features, that is totally different to the RTX beta. So you would have to opt out of one and opt into the other, but make sure your worlds are backed up. And as Helen said, probably do a reboot on your PC.
Mm-hmm.
Will the spectral arrow work in Render Dragon once it's done? I mean,
once it's done.
possibly, but I have no idea. It's when it's done and when it's going to be developed. So no news on that.
But I mean, surely we wouldn't put out a item or something that didn't work. I mean, sometimes we do. Sorry, I know sometimes, but we don't need to. How about that? We don't need to. So we'll definitely. Oh, Nether Ninja puts the FPS slider pack on Twitter.
Yeah, that would be appreciated.
Yeah. Let me grab the link for you. And okay, so go on, Callum.
Another one is that there is slight flickering and twinkling of some of the blocks, so especially emissive and high reflective material blocks. I'm not quite sure what ones these are because I've not experienced Minecraft in RTX, but I don't know if Helen knows.
Which one was it? Sorry.
A flickering and twinkling of some blocks, especially the high emissive ones.
Are you talking about fireflies?
Yes, fireflies, but not real fireflies. Things that look like fireflies. Things that graphics devs call fireflies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to treat you guys to is the best optimal angle for like this beautiful sunset for like seeing pretty much a lot of things in. Because right now I am on the Razzlecore RTX pack, which is the Razzleberry's adaptation of the vanilla textures. So fireflies. So basically, it's kind of a sparkling effect. I can try to replicate if the bug still exists. Go ahead and continue. Sorry.
Oh wow, that does look beautiful. So players' hands can also clip through blocks. Is one of the known issues in the RTX beta.
Yeah, just looks a little funny actually.
Wait, what does?
So, the hands clipping through the block.
Oh yes, yeah. I can clip my hand through like this tree here. Yeah, if you can see that on stream.
You're not moving at the moment. Oh, I might be a bit delayed.
Also, looks like I'm actually getting better FPS because I am not on the pre-built map. I'm just on a randomly generated world.
Ah. Oh, wait, so you're not on an actual RTX map. You're on a random world.
Yes. That I just generated just now.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Nether Ninja, I can't find where the pack is. So, any plans to add RTX support to Java Edition? So that is a question for the Java team. If the Java team wants to implement Render Dragon, then Render Dragon will be able to natively support it. So, ask your favorite friendly Java dev. So, but yeah, this beta is only for Windows 10 Bedrock. But if it, if the Java team wanted to implement it, then they would need to have Render Dragon. But let's see. I know that the PS4 and Xbox Bedrock editions currently don't allow shares at all. Are there plans to enable them on these editions? I will get back to you on that. I don't have any information on that, but hopefully when I get a graphics dev on, then they can speak more to that. I just don't know. So, but let's see. Oh yeah. So yeah, feel free to keep sending in those questions. Now, one of the things that I know is some of the blocks. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Some of the blocks are glowy, aren't they?
Oh yes, so I can talk about that.
Yeah.
I think gold blocks.
Yeah, so so the problem with some blocks glowing, like, are we talking about like blocks like the lantern or like magma? Here,
I was talking more about like magma or gold or I think it's lapis lazuli. I can't remember which other ores are glowy.
Lapis?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember which ones are glowy.
Okay, so I can talk a little bit of this issue. So what's really happening here is animated textures. It's a little tricky for the entire development team on for Minecraft that basically it's I believe it may have to do with like a texture synchronization problem where so what's happening with the RTX textures here is that there's actually 3 textures for a given block instead of your normal 1 texture for a face of a block. So here, like for example, this lapis lazuli I'm looking here, there's 3 maps with it. There's the base block, which is like the blue looking face of it. Then we have like the normal map and the specular map, which describe kind of like the per pixel properties of a block face. However, so if it's a single stag animation block or block without animation, then it's like everything's hunky dory. But if we get into blocks with animations, that gets pretty tricky now.
Okay, how's it tricky?
So as you can see here, currently this lantern actually doesn't glow because I believe this is just okay. I don't know what they're doing here, but this was actually a very special kind of buggy now. When I was like making the PBR textures for the lantern here. But what actually happens is that the blocks will fully glow if the texture is anime. Looks like they've done a temporary patch for it now. Let me actually find the blast furnace, because I believe the front face is animated texture.
Oh, so pretty. I love the ambiance. Oh, it's so good. So good.
So, with this RTX Beta, are there mirror blocks, or was that only in some of the maps that was supporting the RTX Beta?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest.
Because one of the known issues is that in first person, only the player's arm is reflected in the mirror and not the player themselves.
Oh, that! Well, so I can definitely answer that. So in the actual game Minecraft, when you're in first person, we don't render you. We don't render the player because all you see is the hand, right? When you're in first person.
Yeah,
so we don't even render you. Now, when you're in multiplayer, obviously, you render to other players, but that's not the same view that you're getting, right? So we never, until RTX, basically, because we don't have mirrors or reflections in Minecraft, we never really had to think about it. In fact, it was while we were testing development builds of RTX that we realized, hey, this is reflective and all I can see is this floating hand. Because like it just never like didn't need to, right? And this is for Java and Bedrock, right? So
Yeah.
that's an interesting little tidbit. And so folks have been thinking at the studio have been thinking about it a little bit more, but it was pretty funny. I was very lucky that I got to be in the room when Jeb play tested it and saw just the floating hand, and we all thought it was
Yeah.
pretty funny. So
I think it's funny. I think it would also be cool if there was a way eventually to add it so you can see your person in first person view, with like reflection.
Oh, this is
yeah,
interesting
it
here, because
definitely
if I switch to third person, then the entire shadow shows. But if I
yes.
switch to first person, then it's like,
Yep, it's because it just doesn't render your player model in first person because it's never needed to. So, because all you can see is the hand.
Also, yes. So this is the exact bug we were discussing earlier regarding the invisibility of animated blocks, because this is an animated texture. The face of a blast furnace, when activated, is an animated texture. However, since the data is not properly supported, it's just going to like glow.
Ah, okay. Oh, Nether Ninja says, so that's why when I look down, my legs are gone. Yep, because we don't render them.
Yep.
So they're still there in a sense, but you can just say that you're a ghost, and the only thing you can see is a hand. I don't know. Just
So we have a lot of people asking about emotes. I believe the UI for the character emotes was added in the latest beta for Bedrock, but
the
there
latest
aren't
Nether beta.
actually any emotes in the game yet.
That is correct. That is correct. And they're just not in yet. Remember, the betas are betas, right? So we don't
Yeah.
have everything that's in them and stuff like that. So for the Nether beta, yes, you will see the emote wheel, but there's no emotes in there. So show the diamonds, please, says Tara
Yes.
Barrow.
Wow,
And
the iron block looks super cool.
it
Oh yes.
really
I love that.
does. It's so pretty. Superfluid guy says, "Can I get RTX on my phone?" I am pretty sure one, it would burn your hand because graphics cards wouldn't be hot, especially with ray tracing. And two, I'm almost positive that there are no RTX cards on mobile phones. So
I don't believe there's a mobile RTX processor just yet.
yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
think there's a bit of a problem with the diamond blocks. I'm pretty sure they should not be glowing like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were supposed to glow like that.
Okay.
I thought your texture pack, this particular, you're using Razzle Core, right?
Yes, I am.
I thought Razzle Core purposely had what was it? Emissive light for some of the ore blocks.
Not for diamond though, because Cyanide
Oh.
X made this block, and he does blocks realistically. I did blocks realistically too. But what I can do is I can show you golds, which is actually a little more like proper for like the material.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cena says, it's fine. We need RTX on mobile to fry eggs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah,
Oh yes.
it does run hot. So, but I mean, it makes sense because, you're doing a lot of cool stuff. So, but yeah, consoles don't have RTX enabled graphics cards. So, yeah. So you can't run RTX if your graphics card doesn't know how to do it. So, yeah. But
Oh.
can you show blazes? Says Taro Barrow.
So what I'm going to show you guys is possibly one of the most beautiful blocks in probably any resource pack, which is the obsidian here.
so HonKit 2613 YouTube is asking, will the system requirements be lowered when RTX fully releases? I don't think there's any plans to lower the requirements, is there?
We have no idea at this point. What we have is we have this beta, right? And that's as for the future of what we can and can't do, that's something that we would still have to play with and stuff. But definitely, if you guys would like that, please, please, I think it's already on the feedback site, but feedback.minecraft.net is where you go to request all features. So if you would like I said, don't have any clue if it's even possible, but it never hurts to ask and put on the feedback site. So, Superfluid Guy says, can Goku break obsidian or bedrock? I would say Goku could probably definitely break obsidian, but not bedrock. Nothing can break bedrock. The block in survival. Let's see. Show enchantment table, please.
Sure, absolutely.
Says Tal. Superfluid Guy says, why does the top of obsidian have different shading than the side? I think, Jolkis, you could explain that.
So this has to do with the angle of the sun. So actually, the shading is the same. Like, it all uses the same materials. It just has to do with the angle of the sun, which I have frozen at 2350, which is like basically the pre-day sunset. But if I set to time set 3000, then it's like a little more realistic daylight lighting. And this should provide like equal lighting on. Let me just throw the enchantment tables on top. It's a little more equal.
Mm-hmm.
And mine's like all the reflections and stuff you're seeing will also change with like the viewing angle, because that's kind of like how reflective surfaces work. Like if you look at a mirror, for example, like what you see of the mirror changes with the angle that you're viewing the mirror at. If that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes
how
sense.
I'm saying it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Yeah,
I love how the portal has like a glowing reflection on the obsidian as well. That's nice.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. That was really, really pretty.
Yeah, so quartz here, cyanide did, which is also like really nice.
Oh yeah, I would definitely want to see the quartz.
Yeah, so this is a little more of a flat polished material. It just looks flat, but it's great if you kind of like want kind of like a sterile lab setting sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Oh yes.
That's so pretty. So
oh yeah, for sure. And the FPS is holding up on stream too, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is so pretty. Oh, it looks so clean too. I love it. I love it.
If you guys in the chat have any requests for blocks, I can show them to you, because all the blocks here are textured. We had to texture all the blocks. Actually, the only block I can't cover are Nether update blocks, because none of them are here. And not only that, none of them have been textured.
Yes.
I mean, if you guys want, or if Helen permits, I could just quickly cover making the RTX texture on the stream here.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
Yeah, like I can actually cover a Nether update texture just real quick and just replace one of the existing blocks here.
Sure, yeah, that would be great. And and that answers your question, Superfluid Guy, which is this beta a fork of 1.14 or 1.15? This beta is a fork of is a fork of 1.15. So that's why it doesn't have any of the Nether features, because those didn't come in until 1.16. Also, they want to show concrete and sea pickles.
Absolutely.
And everything.
And lava and redstone lamp. Yeah, they want to see everything.
Oh, yes.
So, Shadow Rose is asking, is there any more features in the Nether update besides those already in the snapshot and beta? I don't think so. There could be more, but that hasn't been confirmed. And
no, that's it. Yeah. What we've shown, this is it. We're now at what's called feature complete. which is a stage in the development phase process where you have all the features that you can get in for a release, and then from there on, it's bug fixing, it's polishing, it's tweaking stuff if there's gameplay issues, gameplay balance stuff the community doesn't like, everything like that. So now it's even more important too that we get your bugs filed at bugs.mojang.com, that we get your feedback at feedback.minecraft.net on the features that we have, so that we can make those changes before release. So yeah, we
Of course,
definitely
yeah.
need your feedback and stuff like that.
So
Let's
looks like if you're this bug still exists where if you're in a very very dark light environment, like how I set the time to 18,000, you'll kind of like get some like kind of like ghosting here, especially if you like freshly place a light source. You'll kind of see a bit of a ghosting.
ah.
Yeah, so
Hungry
looks like that
looks
still
weird.
exists.
Oh yeah, that's still cool though.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
I believe there's some overworld entity known issues as well in this RTX beta, and one of those is that the slime mob has no face.
Oh yes, yes. I remember when we found that bug and we kind of did a double take. We're like, wait, let's check all the sides. Nope, nope, no face. But magnet cubes do, which is weird. But slime's
Tropical
good.
fish are missing parts of their fins.
Oh, that's right. I've forgotten about that. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Villagers with professions are spawning with unemployed villager clothes on.
Yep, they don't want to tell you what their profession is until you talk to them. It's a mystery. Mystery villagers. That's right.
I think the mushrooms that are on the mushroom mobs are glowing slightly when it's dark as well.
I thought that was cool. I think we should keep that in
I
personally.
do, yeah. I think
That's
cool.
my I see that as a feature, not a bug. Radioactive Kit 10 says, "Is there dynamic lighting if you hold a torch in your hand?" I I don't think so. But we can. I mean, he can hold a torch and
Oh
look
yeah,
at it.
sure.
I
Let
know that
me.
when you place torches, of course, there's lighting, but redstone blocks should glow. I think they do.
So what redstone blocks actually do is they will subtly glow, like they won't emit a whole ton of light, but they just kind of like subtly glow.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, that
so
makes
as you see here, like or when it comes up on stream, you'll see it too.
sense.
Redstone rails will also kind of like have the little glow and dark effect.
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Can
yeah,
you imagine doing like a roller coaster with the redstone rail and how cool that would look?
oh yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh, that's so
the
cool.
the metal bits on the rails are also like really reflective. So it's
Yeah,
Oh
that's
wow.
beautiful. Oh, I love that so much.
oh
One thing
yes,
I really love is how the rails on RTX are 3D. I really would love that in the
hmm
game, but
Oh
low end
yeah.
devices may not be able to support that.
Yeah, I think all of our mobile players on lower end devices would start crying probably and then burn their hands.
oh.
Speaking
Like,
as someone who is on a lower end device, by the way, my phone is on my iPhone is an older generation. It's a 6S, so it is the minimum phone that is supported by Minecraft Earth,
Oh
and it's
oh
no.
wow.
several years old. But that's okay. I can still play it. So that's all I
So,
need. But
um,
there's no way my phone could support this. None at all.
so I am actually saddened right now because I was hoping this would be fixed when the beta came out. But if you can see, my stream has it come up my stream. Yes, it has. You can see that the sides of grass blocks, that dirt blocks, grass blocks, is reflective.
Oh yeah.
We ran
I
into
think
this problem, so we were unable to test the sides of grass blocks, like for the materials for the sides of grass blocks. So hopefully this gets fixed before release, because this is
hmm
incredibly unsatisfying looking.
yeah. Yeah, and with the rail, like the mesh hasn't changed, correct?
The
It's
what?
just
The
it
mesh?
looks
No.
3D. Yeah, it just looks 3D
Yes,
Yeah.
because
absolutely.
graphics. So yeah.
Yeah, which is the power of RTX here.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So good. Yep. Let's see.
Oh, right over here.
I'll put that in chat.
So, well, what other blocks did someone want to see?
Let's see. Lava was definitely one. Magma blocks.
I think someone mentioned coral blocks as well. That would be
Oh
cool.
yes, yes, Carl.
Yeah.
I did those too.
I love the coral blocks. It'd be great to see them.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
clear my inventory real quick, and then Carl.
I believe there's also some bugs with the potion and status effects. So night vision is slightly brighter with ray tracing on.
Yeah.
The invisibility status has no effect for Enderman spiders, cave spiders, and phantoms.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
dragon and ghast fireballs and purple clouds emitted from the dragon's breath are not visible either.
Yeah. And also, at least this used to be, I don't know if this got fixed or not, but it used to be that you couldn't even see the potions, like the potion bottles. They just were invisible. Let's see. Superfluid Guy says, is there specular lighting? As in, can you have a block behind a light source that bounces light inside of it?
Wait, what was the question again? Specular lighting,
Is
can you
there
have a block
specular
behind the
lighting?
lights?
As in, can you have a block behind a light source that bounces light inside of it?
That's a tricky question to answer. I mean, we have glass blocks, which have, this, interesting effect when you look through it. Well, I mean, first we're like in water here, and you can actually see kind of like the reflection of the surface, or bouncing off the surface of the water. But let me also talk about the glass real quick,
Mm-hmm.
which actually kind of has this like a warping visual.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh,
except I'm kind of like in a flat area, so let me actually move over here, and this should give everyone a much better idea of like kind of like the warping ish.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, grass blocks are reflective because the base dirt texture is transparent.
Yes.
Ah,
I love the water.
yes. Oh, the water is amazing.
It's like being on a luxury holiday at the beach.
So,
Yeah, it
if I'll
really
be
is.
honest about the water, I actually made the water look a little different. I not sure what's happening with like the water here. Like, looks like they are kind of introducing their own effect to the water. But what I
Yeah.
actually did was I actually introduced kind of a different effect. So let me just open a new browser window, and then I'll pull it up on Twitter. If
Mm-hmm.
there we go.
I also
Oh,
love the light waves and stuff like that. That's so pretty.
oh yes, right here. This is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you can see here, like there's kind of like the water foam, and the sun really reflects on the water foam.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Oh yes. So actually, this is the model resource pack, but the developers at NVIDIA actually enjoys the model water texture so much that it's actually inside the Razzle Core resource pack.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I guess you can say we really blew out the water on this one.
Ah, nice, nice.
Hey!
Superfluid Guy says, can RTX support waves that collide with blocks as in ripples when one reaches the beach? So I don't think
There's no
so.
dynamic water meshing, though.
Yeah. So and that also I would imagine that that would also have to involve things like the physics engine, right? Wouldn't it? Or I guess it could just be a graphics thing, but I don't know. But
It would take a
that's a good
vertex
one.
share, yes.
Yeah. So I also like the waves in the water. I just love water in general. I hear that. I think the water is so incredibly pretty.
Oh
It's
yes.
really nice to look at. Oh, that's so pretty too. With and one of the free, oh, sorry, with the lanterns was what I was going to say. But one of the free RTX packs too is a underwater map as well, which made really good use of different stuff underwater.
I saw Green showcase a video of that map earlier. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, take a look at the underwater line here too.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Oh yeah.
That is so amazingly cool. I love it. I love
And
it.
looks like we also have a bit of a water ghosting problem with the sea lantern here.
Yeah. That's okay. That's so pretty.
Oh yeah.
Why does the volume of blocks near the shore get squished so much?
Oh yeah.
I think you're talking about, Joel, do you want to answer that?
The what?
Why does the volume of blocks near the shore get squished so much? I think, like, why does it look squished? It's because of, like,
Some kind of
was
lens
it the
effect.
yeah. What did you say?
Let me pull up the browser window here. They were saying it on the video website here. Um,
But
let me
like
see.
in real life, for instance, there's refraction. Like
Yes,
if you take a straw, right, and you have a
Snell's
glass of
Window. It's called
water.
Snell's Window.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know what it was called. I just know the drinking glass trick where if you have a if you have a glass of water and you put a straw in it, then the straw looks one way and then it goes into the water and it looks like it's at a different angle. But it's not actually. It's not like the water is displacing part of your straw. But Game Night Fan says it looks so realistic it makes the blocks under the water look blurry like in real life. Oh yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Prime Obsidian, along with the rest of the Nether blocks, are not in. There's no 116 stuff in the
No, there's
RTX
no.
Support.
In fact, none of the Nether update stuff has been like textured in terms of the Wrestle Core pack. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I have all of those on my to-do list actually. I can like show off a bit of it today. Like if everyone gets to see all of the blocks they wanted to see. Which
Mm-hmm.
speaking of which, I can show you what the Nether looks like currently.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Let's dive
So
in.
that way you can see why, that's not that's not a what's it called? That's not a dimension that's supported right now. So you can see why. And it's not like it looks terrible, I don't
No,
think. It's just it doesn't look the way it should, right?
no.
Because of the weird, because of the weird lighting and stuff like that. But yeah, let me just put this. Um,
So as you can see here, these soul sands is thanks to the normal mapping. You can kind of see like the purple line kind of in like the sides of like the little faces in the sand here.
mhm.
Yeah, so I did the soul sand here, so I'm like pretty happy with how this one turned out because I was like, is this going to work? Is this going to work? It did.
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah. So actually, when I was first working on this one, I kind of accidentally created a triophobia texture. If you guys know
Mhm.
what triophobia is,
I don't know what is it.
it's like the fear of like a surface having a lot of holes. So it's like if
Oh, like
like
the
if
Yeah.
you
Oh,
iPhone camera.
yeah, so like if you
yeah.
look at it, yeah, so if you look at like a lotus, for example, there's like a lot of like uneven holes and stuff, and it to some it might provoke a bit of a fearful reaction.
Mhm.
So if I try to find, oh yes, so here is the triophobia soul sands.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh man, I gotta say though, that Nether portal looks amazing.
Oh
I
It
was
yes.
just
thinking just the
pops.
same.
It just pops, and that lava is really pretty too.
Oh yes.
Like,
So I'm actually, yeah, I was feeling like the Nether looked a little better than this, cause when I was working on the RTX stuff, the Nether didn't look like this. It looked a bit better.
yeah,
Yeah, so
but
they may have
I still
changed
think it
the
looks
little.
cool.
What's that?
I still think it looks really cool.
Oh, it
But then
does.
again, I also don't have any problem with, things with lots of holes in them. So
Oh yes.
I'm sure other people who did, but I mean, honestly, I think it looks really neat. Like,
Oh, it
look at
does.
all the glowiness is so pretty. Like, it really gives like that dark feeling to the Nether.
Oh, it
I
does.
don't know. I I mean, I know it's not ideal, but man, I still really like it. But I'm also a huge fan of the Nether in general, so I will admit I'm completely biased.
Oh
But
yes.
look at the way that Nether portal pops. Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
And not to forget the Nether portal reflecting off of the quartz bits of the quartz ore.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I can see that. Oh, that's
Oh
so
wow.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love it. The pretty purple of the Nether portal is reflecting off the quartz. That's so great.
Oh
That
yeah.
is so great. Superfluid guy says, "Can you guys make magma blocks self-illuminating like on Java?" I thought they were self-illuminating.
Uh, so unfortunately, Mappa blocks they're an animated texture, which unfortunately suffers from the animated block problem. So it looks like for this block in particular, they just kind of disabled the entire emissive material until they like overhaul the material loading system. But
Oh,
for
okay.
now, unfortunately, it's not gonna glow.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
on regular bedrock, it does glow, correct?
Oh, and regular bedrock? I
Yeah.
don't know how to answer that question.
Like maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty. No, I know. I was just playing Bedrock this weekend, and I found an underwater cave, and magma blocks were absolutely glowing underwater.
Oh,
Unless it
so
was just everything
Nether
else was.
Ninja MC actually asked a really good question here. This
Mhm.
actually, I have the same question as well. Like, how did Minecraft RTS come to be?
That is a great question that I only have like a partial answer to. I wish we had one of our awesome program managers or one of our graphics devs, but basically, like, there are all these cool different ray tracing like things, texture packs and such that people were posting on Java. And one of the things that we really want for Minecraft, of course, is we want everybody to be able to have an awesome Minecraft experience no matter what platform or device you use. Now, obviously, there's hardware restrictions, right? Like, we can't do anything about hardware, right? And some hardware can't keep up with different stuff and everything like that. But as much as we can, we try to make that experience. So that really inspired us to see what we could do with our beautiful, brand new, shiny graphics engine Render Dragon, and if we could do something like that. And so it was a joint partnership between us and NVIDIA with lots of, and also some awesome folks from Skybox as well, and just all trying to see what we could do. What could we do? And of course, Render Dragon is still not done yet, right? We're still working on Render Dragon. Rebuilding an entire graphics engine from scratch, not an easy feat. And so I'm just amazed at how far it's come and how fantastic it is. So, but yeah, so it was basically inspired by what the community was already doing and wanting to bring cool stuff like that to other platforms. So, as much as we can. Like I said, hardware, right? What can
Oh
you do?
yes.
You know.
So Never Ninja is saying the light level of magma blocks is different on Bedrock than to Java, and that is a parity issue. So if you report that on feedback.minecraft.net as a parity issue, the
You can
developers are
also
always
address it
looking
to
to.
me.
Oh no, Vico's here! Yay! Effie
Hello!
Vico!
I'm going to
Hey.
have to
Just in
correct you.
time.
They actually emit a light level of 3, not 1.
Oh, someone put in chat that it was 0.1.
Yeah, FVBco actually is the fantastic person who helps make sure that the official parody list on the Minecraft wiki stays updated. So I have a feeling this is actually probably already on. If it,
I didn't fully follow the entire conversation about the light, so I'll check in a moment.
yeah, but still, oh, so glad that you're here. So yeah. Oh, it's not a regular bedrock either. Well, I guess it's just me. I'm just seeing things, probably. That makes sense. Or maybe it's just that everything else is so dark. That could be it too. So,
Yeah,
superfluid.
that's more likely it, that the surroundings are a lot darker in comparison.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
so so this I believe there's like some kind of like volumetric light balancing sort of a thing on RTX, I believe. So the Nether actually should be darker, except there's like so few light sources that it just kind of tries to even out.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yes.
That makes total sense.
We can also see a bit of this in action if I like burrow down to like the bedrock level, and then like carve out a giant empty space with like a fill air command.
Mm-hmm.
So if let's do 10.
Oh wow, that shadow just looked weird. Just a single
The
cube.
mob's corners look cool.
So, superfluid guy says, does the RTX stuff work with entities? And unrelated, but how do emissive textures work on vanilla?
Entities, unfortunately, not yet. So you won't be able to see like iron golems like reflecting the same way iron blocks would. I'm hoping this can change in the future. But I do also want to add that some block entities, for example, like beds, bells, chests. Unfortunately, the mappings don't affect them either. So they'll just kind of like be a little flat like this, like the chest lock here. I did the textures for these, but like the lock here is supposed to like be metallic, it's supposed to be reflective, but it's just like flat for now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and this is just a beta, right?
Oh,
this
for
is
sure.
not a full release by any means or anything like that. So Mango says, does stained glass change the color of the light?
Does stained glass? Oh, you bet it does. You bet it does.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that then.
Ha ha.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, get ready for this. Oh, because
Redstone ore looks incredible.
let me get sea lanterns, cause sea lanterns. I'll throw out here that sea lanterns is the most neutral lighting you'll get. Like is the white light that I've been using. You won't really have any other white light unless if you're using emeralds. But even then, that's a little yellow. But if I make a wall of so this is blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. I love it. And shout out to Penguin the Fluffy, an old friend of mine who's joined the stream. Oh man, that's so cool. Look at how pretty and reflective that is. Love it so much. And it just goes,
I was
yeah.
about to
So
say,
it's
it
just
looks more
it's
reflective than actually transparent.
And also, not only
it's
this,
glass, man. It's polished, pretty polished glass. Like it's freshly white with Windex or glass
for sure.
cleaner, right?
Just die. Just
Mm-hmm.
dies.
Yep.
So let me just build up a little more line strength, and then you guys will actually see that the light coming through the other end is actually blue. The stained glass will actually change the color of the light coming through as well. Oh, the stream is still catching up. It's just
Yeah. It's noticeable, yeah.
So you guys can kind of see like how blue is on the bottom of like on the stone where the stained glass is.
Wait, did you just make a one-way mirror?
Oh, so pretty.
Go look from the other side. I think you will actually be more. Will actually reflect more than you can see through.
Look at the reflection on the golem, the blue.
Wait, was that?
I was just saying, I just saw the blue reflection on the iron golem. That looked super cool.
Oh, this guy actually doesn't really have reflections. It doesn't get reflections the same as the iron blocks, unfortunately. The iron golem. If you were talking about the iron golem.
Yeah, when it was on the other side of the blue glass where the sea lanterns is, it looked like it had a blue reflection on the side of its arm.
Oh, you might be talking about the golem being lit by the colors line. Yeah.
Oh, so cool. So cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Shout out to my friend Pretendier. Also, again, all my old school friends too in the chat. Loves seeing that, which is great. Yes, I did see your previous message, Nether Ninja MC. I'm just woefully unobservant when it comes to some effects like that because probably because I swap between Java and Bedrock so much on a daily basis that I just stopped noticing stuff like that. It's all just Minecraft to me.
It all just blurs together.
It does, it all just blurs together. But this, however, this is super, super cool.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a changer. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I
a
agree
game
it's
changer.
cool, but I don't think I would want it in vanilla.
Well, I mean, it's people like playing different ways. I really do want it in vanilla, but I don't have a graphics card that would support
Yeah,
it right
the
now.
color that light gets colored. I would want that, but the amount of brightness it gives and how it gives it, that's a bit of a turn down for me.
Well, you can change that in the texture pack, can't you, Jolkus?
You would have to change the color of the block itself. However, I think I'm actually not fully certain as for the glass blocks. I think yes, you can change the color of the glass itself to change the color of the line that's coming through the glass because here I am using lime glass. I'm not using green stained glass. I'm using lime stained glass.
Right.
Yeah. Only you can kind of see the reflection of the redstone or the iron blocks here.
Isn't one of the textures that you edit in an RTX texture pack determine how glowy it is, or am I
Yes.
just? Oh,
yes.
There is one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Invisibility have a
Invisibility
texture
channel.
pack that made it less, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there's your answer, FEBCO. You just do a texture pack that makes it less glowy. And then it's not as glowy anymore.
I mean, for vanilla, it looks really cool, but how much it glows, I wouldn't want that in vanilla. It would be preferably reduced, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, if it's just you who's playing that way, and it's kind of like when you play on it, different people play with different texture packs, right? That's kind of how I see it.
Oh, so speaking of texture packs, I do want to bring up that while there's all the lighting happening here, this does not in any way change the actual lighting on the per block basis. So what I mean is that the mob spawning logic.
The server side light is unaltered.
Yes, that's correct. It would still play by the non-RTX Minecraft rules, where see if even though this here is lit like is lit by the sea lanterns. Like the block can kind of see the sea lanterns, and is still 15 blocks away from the sea lanterns. So in normal cases, it would actually not be lit by the sea lanterns. So if I go to advanced video and I turn off DirectX ray tracing, this here is not lit. The block I'm standing on is not lit.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Where in another case, these blocks here are lit by the sea lanterns. But if I switch back to RTX, DirectX ray tracing is not lit because all the light that's coming through the lime stains glass, doesn't really come through blue.
Right. That makes sense. Oh, so we have two questions about colors. The first one is, can colored light mix, as in can you have red and blue light to the same area and see purple light?
Yes.
And
Yes.
the follow-up is, can RTX add black-brown light, for example, or only real light colors?
Yes, that too. It is entirely dependent on the light source. So if... Let me just set purple light real quick here.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite. Purple light. Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Rifle says refraction. That's right.
Oh. Okay. I'll admit this is a little disappointing. I was expecting purple. Cause I think I actually got purple light when I was, kind of like testing around in like kind of a closed beta, cause to be working on textures, I was working on a closed beta. So let me try kind of sealing the space off, and hopefully maybe we'll see a little more purple.
Okay.
I love that redstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The redstone is beautiful.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry, I didn't go them. You're not going over that wall.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. It's a bright wall.
Yeah, too bright in my opinion.
Well, you know, everybody likes different stuff, so you know. Oh, bye, Nether Ninja. He says his phone is at 4%.
Take
But
care.
careful, stay safe. Yes, you too.
I once had my phone for 30 minutes on 1% and I was chatting on Discord the entire time.
Wow, I'm
I was
impressed by
really
that.
amazed as well.
Yeah, so
Super
unfortunately, this doesn't seem that purple to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was hoping to be a little more purple. I mean, it could have to do with the fact that these glass is not, like, perfectly colored. Like, it's not perfectly blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why don't you try
Yeah.
using glass panes instead of glass blocks?
Let's see if that changes, yeah.
Oh, I personally I like it when you put like a what's it called the the sea lantern into existence, and it just like fades up into this light. I don't know. I just really like it. I like the fading up and the fading back into the light personally.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me though, but I really like that.
Oh, yeah. You mean, like, the ghosting?
Yeah, is that what it's called? Is ghosting?
I call it ghosting. So what's happening here is actually, if I were to take a guess, it would be NVIDIA's DLSS technology, where they're trying to denoise, like the light sampling, because the way RTX works is that, like, you can expect a lot of light to bounce around. Oh, okay, yeah, this is just not lined up at all. That's
interesting.
Yeah. I was hoping it would actually color the light, cause when I was playing, when I was testing, like the
Oh my
textures
gosh,
and
that
all,
looks really awesome.
it was.
That does look really cool though, I have to say.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it does.
It really looks like those. Well, if you make them smaller, you would be able to call them lightsabers, basically.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
does look really cool. At least it's interesting because on the end it looked a little bit more purple when it was like at an angle, which is interesting. So, but
Probably.
this is a beta, and that's always something that we can put down as something
It's
that
beta, folks.
Oh yeah.
yep that we'd like. But wow, man, this paint's really cool.
Oh yeah.
It's really neat looking. And then you've got all that. Let's see. What happens to the light if it goes through a black glass block?
It becomes
Well,
black light.
I think we know what Jokas is going to do next.
Oh yeah.
It becomes black light.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be so cool. As if it was like Blacklight RTX Blacklight texture pack when. That would be amazing. That would be so cool.
Oh, I don't think it does much, unfortunately. Like if let me find concrete.
Like oh, it definitely makes it darker though.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is cool though, because you can see like the light around it, and it still lets sunlight through. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It
that's
becomes light that's just black, and you cannot see that in darkness.
yeah, that's true.
Oh
But
yeah.
you can see like the light coming in around the edges, which is really neat.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, that's something that always existed in Minecraft. That's not something from RTX.
Oh well, I still think it's cool.
So one thing I do want to note is that there are builders they have like all sorts of tricks of like trying to bring light into a scene without like showing any of the lighting blocks. So what I mean by this is like if you have a sea lantern and since the trapdoor is not a full block, you can use the trapdoor to kind of let some of the light through. But this actually will not be the case in RTX because it actually blocks all of the line rays because RTX is a much more realistic line engine than how you would typically expect Minecraft to color stuff. So
Wow. Look how the light sort of fades when you close the trapdoor.
That's what Helen was referring to with when light gets placed in and out of existence.
yeah,
And now you're just blocking it off, so it's the same effect.
yeah, exactly. So if I just place these blocks here so I can make the effect a little more dramatic, maybe get rid of the redstone ore here, then it's like, yes, this sea lantern here, no matter what position the trapdoor is in, it will, the sea lantern lighting will always come through in the normal Minecraft context. But if I go switch back to RTX, then yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because RTX takes into account the texture and not the actual solidness of a block.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if I switch to a trapdoor that has holes through it, then whoops, it'll just kind of cage it.
That's so cool.
For
we've
sure.
also got a request for campfire and beacon lights.
Beacon light. So I did beacons too, and they're not all that bad looking. It's like a really nice like blue light.
Oh, I love it with the that's
Acacia
acacia,
trapdoor.
right? Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that new wall lighting right there for me.
That
I
is
mean-
if you use RTX.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but yes. Oh, that beacon.
Yeah. So
pretty.
not
What
only
about the
that,
theme?
but it has the obsidian base, which renders the exact same way as obsidian does because it's this is the same obsidian texture. So you can actually see the really beautiful beacon line off of the obsidian here in like greater detail.
Oh, that's
Once it
awesome.
comes up on the stream.
Yeah, that's really pretty. That's so. I love the like. I really liked beacons as light sources anyway, And I've seen some really cool stuff that the community has done with beacons and lighting. But
Just
yeah,
thank God the Wither is now renewable.
that's well, the Wither's always been renewable.
No, because you couldn't renew Soul Sand.
Oh, that's true, but there was always so much soul sand. Like, I don't know anybody who was like, you know what? I ran out of soul sand. Like,
I
I
may
mean, have you
have
ever
in
heard?
the Minecraft contests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Oh,
yes, other than okay.
Apparently, soul sand is now renewable in the Nether snapshot because you
Yes,
can
because
trade,
bartering.
yeah, through bartering. But then when you make campfires and break them without silk touch, they drop soul sand as well, or soul soil. I can't remember what one.
Sorry, break what?
When you break the soul campfires, they drop soul sand or soul soil.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
So
remember what one, but it's sort of renewable that way.
I'll check what's on the wiki. It's Soul Soil.
Okay, soul soil.
And it's Java edition only. Hey, it's a parody issue.
Oh no.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully, I mean, we're still in Nether
it
beta.
drops charcoal and bedrock.
Oh, so then we're doing like an A/B test. So which one do you guys like? Do you guys like it dropping soul sand, or are you guys liking it dropping coal? Tell us at feedback.minecraft.net.
Soul Sand makes more sense because the Soul Campfire is made with soul soil instead of a coal.
Yeah, instead of coal.
Oh, that campfire! Oh, I want to go roast marshmallows. So good, so good. Oh yeah, can you show the beacon light, like as in the
The
beam
beam.
that comes from the
Wait,
beacon?
say again?
The
The
beacon
beam?
beam.
Yeah, the beacon beam.
Oh, yes, I'll get to that in a second. So someone else was asking for like leaves, so I'm just like showing that real quick. Where you can actually see like the edges of the leaves like be illuminated when I set the sunlight to 23,500.
It makes the leaves look 3D.
Yeah,
It
it really
makes them look
does.
like actual leaves. I love it. I love it. Oh, so pretty.
Oh yeah.
So pretty.
Oh, this should be what 12,500. Oops. Time set.
Just,
Yes.
just time set midnight. That should work.
Oh,
So
gosh, even
as you
the
guys
top
can
of the
see here,
grass
it's
is
like
good.
completely dynamic. The line is completely dynamic, so it's like it just kind of flips the shade, the edge of the line whenever I change the position of the sun.
Mm.
And then, yes, so onto the beacon beam. Let me clear our inventory. Beacon. Then let's do emeralds. Emeralds. You guys have not seen emerald yet.
Oh, that's true. We haven't seen emerald. Definitely want to see that.
So this emerald block was also done by Cyanide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I say Cyanide, it's Cyanide X who is the artist. So vanilla players here. Oh, the beacon beam doesn't render out. All right. That was a little anticlimactic.
It might take a second for it to render, but it seems like it doesn't. Yeah. Just like the background of hovering over an item.
Is this?
Yeah, the beam's just not rendering.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bug.
Yeah, it's not even rendering on if I have RTX off. So.
Oh, then that's definitely that's a super bug. A super
Yep.
bug. I'm just kidding. It's just clearly a bug. It's clearly.
Oh
a
yeah.
bug. So that's okay. Well, bugs.mojang.com. Actually, is that on our issues list, Callum? Is that on our known issues list?
Not that I've seen because it's been working for me, but I'll double check.
Okay. Because it may be thinking it might be on the known issues list for that.
Let me quickly check.
We'll just blame Drolkis.
Yeah, that's right.
So yes, so you guys can absolutely build your beacons with a ton more additional bling, as you can see here.
So I do know that I think all the banners are currently rendered as black at the moment
Oh,
in
okay.
RTX.
Okay.
So someone's asking
I've not-
ladder on sea lantern. So yes, so the sea lantern line will go through the ladder. But when I say through the ladder, I mean the holes in the ladder.
Oh, that is cool. Oh yes, Super Fluid Guy, don't worry, we will be telling you how to make RTX textures, because we have Drolkiss on here, so...
So the only thing I see is that glass blocks, pane blocks, and beacons do not have transparency when held in hand. I don't see anything about the beam on known issues.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get that logged then, about the beam not showing up. But yeah, we will definitely tell you guys how to make RTX textures too. So, and of course there is a
Can't place
guide.
ladders on sea lanterns?
Can we not? That's interesting. To be honest, I've never tried placing a ladder on a sea lantern.
Yeah, so you can't put ladders on sea lanterns, but I did put them on barriers. So unfortunately, the lighting of
Just so to
of sea lanterns is pretty widespread, so it won't be as dramatic on Soul Sand. So let me try a different blot that would possibly help dramatify the effect.
I think the ladders should render 3D like the rails do. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, so hopefully
just
this
a quick question.
can...
Did you already cover the snapshot today? The beta? Or...
Yeah, that was at the very beginning.
Ah, okay.
We covered. Yeah, we just went through it quickly. We didn't actually show anything off.
Aww.
We just went through it quickly. Sorry.
There are a
Sorry.
We can go over it some more. Like maybe we'll do a stream tomorrow. I don't know.
Sure.
We'll see what my schedule's like, and then that ice. Is that regular ice or is it blue ice? Oh no, it's regular.
Oh, this
ice.
is regular ice.
Look at that. That is so pretty.
Although I gotta say, blue ice looks pretty good too. Let me also just throw in Pat's ice. Although Pat's ice is a rougher material, so it doesn't look as great as regular ice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's glowing.
Someone's asking if we can show off rain.
Yeah, so this should not be glowing.
That Helen disagrees on you with that one.
Yeah, so what I think is happening here is, so, just a bit of a technical side information is that, so I have been exporting textures in TGA, or sorry, in PNG, but, one other artist has been exporting textures in TGA, and so unfortunately sometime, on the few cases, exporting to TGA has been biting him in the butt because of the lossy TGA compression algorithm, which actually is not so great when you're working with specular materials.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Because on specular materials on the emissive channel, even a value of 1 will make a dramatic difference. And so if you have a lossy compression, then when the 0 jumps to a 1, then bam, the block starts glowing.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So, Helen, still think packed ice should emit light?
No. You win. You win. I like it that way.
Yes.
I actually like it that way. Fine, you win. You win. So both Penguin the Fluffy and Super Fluid Guy want to see jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns, I did these!
Yay! Awesome.
Rifle says terracotta also glows.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I like that it glows.
Is it the what type of terracotta? Is it the glazed terracotta or just regular terracotta?
He just says
I think-
terracotta.
I think he means the glazed, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Oh, I can definitely jump to the terracotta that's...
Oh Oh my gosh, love it so much. Love those jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I know blue eyes emits light in vanilla. I was also uh, briefly I was saying that packed ice should also emit light because I wanted more ice to emit light, but looking at an RTX, I'm like, oh, okay, fine, you win. I'll stand down on my stance about wanting it to emit light. So, oh,
Haha.
that's so cool. I love the jack-o'-lanterns so much. Those are so adorable. They are the cutest.
How? I wonder how
So
does it look underwater?
So RTX hasn't really been optimized for the Never Yet, Master J.
wait, repeat your question again. Sorry.
No, he was saying, does RTX work in the Never at all? But it's not really
It works, but
supported.
it
Yeah,
works, but because of how it works, the Nether looks a lot brighter.
I think
it's
it looks a
because
lot
there's
awesome personally, but you know. Yes, that's right. Jack-o'-lanterns are perfect. Spooky
Oh,
life is now able to be completed, says Penguin the Fluffy. Awesome.
oh yeah.
I mean, I personally think the Nether looks, but also I am incredibly biased when it comes to the Nether. But I personally really like the way it looks because I love the glowiness of the glowstone and the glowiness of the lava, and the
Yeah, but
contrast.
if you look at just corridors in the Nether fortress, they're just a lot too bright.
So
Yeah, I guess so. Now the end, guys, the end
yeah. So
does not look good at all.
yeah. So the Nether yeah. So the Nether doesn't look so great. Unfortunately, the last time I looked at the Nether, it didn't look so great either. Let me try making the. Oh no, I can just set block the end portal. Set
Yeah.
block.
I,
Yes, something Helen didn't know.
set block the Nether portal. Yeah, that's true. So I
Yeah,
will say
every time Helen went to the end, she just built an actual end portal.
I do. But okay, I just want to tell you guys that the end to me looks like if you've ever been in an amusement park and then it's closing time and they turn on all the lights, like all of the bright lights, and you see
Whoa, that
like
looks spooky.
that looks really spooky, yeah. But so just so you know, the end we haven't yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna look
just
good in the
bright.
end. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's a little like anticlimactic, pretty much.
yeah. So
But
Oh,
what we could
yeah.
do actually.
I told you it's like you've gone to a it's like you've gone
welcome
to an
to
amusement
heaven with
park.
a dragon.
It's like you've gone to an amusement park and they turned on all of the bright fluorescent lights, right? So, Superfluid Guy says, unrelated to RTX Bomb, Bedrock 1.16 Nether bricks are brighter than Java's, but cracked Nether bricks still use the dark texture. So, remember, the Nether update is not out yet, and that's just a bug. So,
So wait, just real quick for the people who are a little more knowledgeable, what is the name of the gateway block, the resource ID?
And underscore gateway.
Was that?
But you cannot set it because it's blacklisted.
Sorry, your volume is pretty low. Let me change
It's
your volume. Oh, your volume is maximum.
it's blacklisted in commands because they need init data in order to properly function. And
Uh,
since Bedrock does not have access to MBT in commands, it's not allowed.
oh, that's frustrating.
yeah.
Penguin the Fluffy says, bright is an understatement. I feel like I'm visiting a dentist in heaven. That's a good one. You can't give it to yourself or place it. Gotcha.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
In other words, that's u/scale.
Yeah, I mean
So
that works too.
hopefully, me killing the Ender Dragon will cause a gateway to spawn.
Oh
It
yeah, that
will.
should definitely do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did
So.
slash kill, unfortunately. So let's see if it
Mhm.
spawns. because we're kind of looking at a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. And I don't have the luxury of seeing the end gateway beams either. Does Bedrock Edition have... Okay, excellent. So I'll just... so it's
Looks super foggy.
400...
That's only because he's flying so high.
Oh, okay.
Don't do
But
drugs.
yeah. It's like all the lights on.
Yep.
Okay, everybody.
That
time
doesn't
to go
work.
home.
There's no locate for it. Well, entity, yeah, okay, that works.
So, as you guys can see here, NCs are actually purpley lit because thanks to the glass windows. Or, well, the purple stains glass. So, Helen, you're going to absolutely love this.
I do. I already love it. I already love it. That's awesome.
So,
What about the break particle? Will they shine? Why would break particles shine anyway?
wait, they shine?
I don't see why they would. Someone
Will
asked
they
if
shine?
they do. don't see
Unfortunately,
why
they're
they
just
would.
kind of flat colors. Like,
Yeah, it does look amazing. I agree. I love just walking in and it's all purple. Like that's dreamy for me. Totally dreamy.
so, unfortunately, Sun was asking here
Alan,
about
time to
shulker
wake
boxes, which unfortunately fall under block entities, so they do not get any benefit of PBR textures. The same will go to shulkers as well.
Right.
As you can see, they're actually like, they don't really look any different at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which makes sense.
unfortunately.
But
Hence
you
the
know,
rendering.
hashtag
Yeah,
beta
gotta love-
life.
Yeah,
Hashtag beta life.
but I
It's
did
not a
make-
bug, it's a missing feature.
That's right. That's right. That's true.
I did texture the brewing stand here. I textures like over 200 things, so it's like I don't even remember why some of this stuff I textures all at once. But I did do the brewing stands here, so you can see like the central blaze rod here actually glows in the dark.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
brewing stands do
awesome.
output one night level, yeah.
That's so awesome. That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. That's so good. Master J says, Helen, are you able to talk about any of the features Render Dragon will bring to other platforms in the future? I'm not really qualified to answer that question. I'm going to see if we can get one of our awesome Render Dragon devs onto one of these live streams to talk more about it because I just am not as knowledgeable, even though like,
I might be able to talk about it a little bit, Helen, if possible.
oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
So, what my impression is, you can correct me if I say something wrong, but my impression of Render Dragon is to kind of have, like, kind of a, sort of a rendering engine that's optimized for Minecraft, the same way, like, Unity or, what's it called? Unreal.
Yeah, Unity or Unreal is optimized for game design.
Yeah. And so this will also kind of like, I guess, cover multiple rendering APIs. So there's actually quite a lot of rendering APIs. When I say rendering APIs, I mean the ones that mesh with a system's hardware. So like your phone or your laptop or whatever. And so there's like multiple rendering APIs like Vulkan, OpenGL, and then we have some others that are like platform proprietary, like Apple's Metal rendering API and stuff like that. There's just like, I know, at least 5. And so, and they're all like optimized for each platform. And so this is what I believe Render Dragon is supposed to kind of aim for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Time to get Render Dragon to Java.
Oh yes, I see you told Hammond, yes, this is absolutely dangerous stream. Totally stay away. It's dangerous.
That's right. Oh, I love this.
It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this.
That's
Yes.
right. I love Penguin the Fluffy's comment, which is seeing this lit up with all the neon is giving me flashbacks to the late 80s, early 90s. So bad that instantly grew a mullet and my pants are suddenly parachute pants. That's really good.
I mean,
Oh, I love it.
you could totally make your own resource pack and make it like, what was called in the 90s? It It was like a lot of like squares, but in like a kind of a perspective distortion. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. It was like a nice thing.
Oh yeah, Super Fluid Guy, you can ask FEBco something about the wiki.
So do you know what? When I was actually playing the Nether update earlier, I see that you can craft stone tools and furnaces with blackstone now. I think it would be cool if you could make brewing stands out of blackstone.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I would think that if Blackstone is kind of like the what's it called, the replacement for cobble, then in theory that should be something that you would be able to do, right? So
Hmm.
I wonder I wonder if that's actually a bug. Like maybe we forgot about brewing stands. I don't know because there are a lot of blocks in Minecraft, right? And we would have to go in and go into each one and determine what the interaction would be. So maybe
Oh,
somebody filed
nice
that as a
teleport
bug.
instantly in the portal.
Nice. Oh, that looks so pretty. I
Oh
love it
yeah.
so much. I
Noah's
love it.
Gomez, what are you talking about? What's broken in Bedrock?
Hmm. I mean, we're on Bedrock right now, just so you know.
We are on not only that, but also
On
Bedrock
a beta
Experimental.
version of a new rendering system that
Oh
is
yes.
optional.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, so Superfluid Guy has a question for FEBco. When pages are in
Yeah,
discussion and
I'm
being
reading it.
merged. Oh, you're reading it? Okay. Excellent. But yeah, this is Bedrock that we are on right now on the RTX Beta. So, I mean, I have to say though that like we've had knock on wood, but we've had no crashes
Oh
since
yeah.
I've
I am actually super impressed because I used to be crashing once or twice every hour working on textures and have not crashed out today.
yeah. So really happy about that stability. That's really good.
Oh yes.
So very happy about that, and especially for a beta, because usually betas like you're going to crash because right, it's a beta. Like so, but this
Wait,
is
we're
really
on
good.
beta?
Yes. If you
So
couldn't tell by
actually,
the tons of beta things in the main screen,
Oh
but
my god, I
somehow,
crashed! Your game is so broken! Are you on the beta? What's a beta?
oh yeah, sadly.
so
Show a
actually,
screenshot of your main menu. Beta everywhere. I don't really know I am on beta. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
wanted to actually go back to the trying to create purple light combines light again because I realized what I was potentially doing wrong. Um,
Oh, okay, sure.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds great.
yeah. So go ahead and continue. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, so pretty. I'm really excited. One of the things about especially about the light is that I'm just drawn to it.
Oh
It
yeah.
just it just draws my eyes, which is really cool. Like, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think we all hope for purple light. I mean, who wouldn't hope for purple light? Purple is just amazing.
Oh
So,
yes. Like if you totally got a PC tower now, Helen, would you totally outfit it with purple RGB LEDs?
uh-huh. Helen is a human incarnation of a moth. Basically, yes. Basically, yes. I'm drawn to it like a moth to the flame. Oh, so folks are asking if education edition blocks. Like, what do glow sticks look like? I don't think you guys
Oh,
typically
so
think of any of
unfortunately,
this.
Education Edition was not really like part of the contract we agreed to, so like it wasn't
Only
discussed
beta?
out.
Okay, so yeah, so the education edition textures weren't textured, and you really need the what's it called? You really need the additional ray tracing texture files in order for it to look.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this is just flat like here, which I'm actually a little bummed about. This should be even like even red or blue light, so I'm just like trying to figure out what I did wrong here.
I don't know. I still think it looks cool. It does remind me of Nintendo Switch. Though definitely Rye. Totally reminds me of Nintendo Switch. And then the back. Yeah. I'm a moth. I think the secret's out. I'm clearly a moth.
No, you're not a moth, you're a night owl.
That's true. I am a night owl. That's definitely true.
Wood.
PBR. Thank you, Ragfall.
Yes,
Hoot, hoot,
PBR.
that's right. Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot. Oh, that's cool. Helen the Moth. That's right. Put Helen.
Helen the Moth, is that the new Batman?
Yes. No, it's the new boss for the Nether. Helen the Moth.
Ah.
It just flies into lava. It's the most anticlimactic boss fight known to man. It just flies into lava like the bats. So, can you make opaque blocks transparent or translucent? I mean,
Not on Java.
on Bedrock though, I would think that you can.
That's a very, very good question. I don't think I can answer that because I actually have not experimented with that.
I know
But
for
if
a
I-
fact that on Java, if you try to make solid blocks, for example, Nether bricks, you make it transparent, it actually just shows up white still.
Yeah, because that's just how the block is optimized. Like, there's multiple rendering layers, and so all blocks assigned to the solid layer will render as solid, no matter what the transparency is. The transparency channel of the texture will be ignored.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's on Java. We do not know about Bedrock for sure.
That's true. Someone who does stuff on Bedrock. Oh, that's right. Kelm says, don't tell, and everyone will take that seriously. I would really hope that no one would seriously think that we would implement a boss called Helen the Moth. I mean, come on. Obviously, we're not going to do that.
Helen.
Well, I mean, Helen, you
but
are
I can
talking with the
always
modder
make
here.
it with my commands.
That's true. That's true. FEBco can totally make it with commands. You can mod Helen the Moth into your game. How about that?
Ha!
And then I'll
No,
wear my
not
Helen
mods. Not mods, just
Oh
commands.
yeah, just commands. That's right. That's right. You can totally use command blocks to bring Helen the Moth into your game, and make Helen the Moth fly around and fly into lava. So, what does sideloading mean, and why can't all worlds support RTX? So sideloading.
I'm not really
go ahead.
sure. Like, what I did was I just took a resource pack from the NVIDIA website. Like, this is a resource pack that I directly worked on, and I only downloaded from the NVIDIA website just for like testing, just to see what everyone else would be receiving. That's what I would be having if with a internal supply. So this you can download on the NVIDIA website, and it'll just work out of the box.
Yeah. So, but there are some. I know that there's some aspects of, like maps that use. I'm trying to remember maps that use certain types of like dynamics. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know that there's some adventure maps and some maps on the marketplace that because they use special things to make their maps work, for whatever reason they don't work on RTX for right now. I can't
Right?
remember why, and I can't remember specifically what they are. Yes.
Okay.
I
I'll have to ask you more
remember a
detail later,
conversation.
because I'm actually
Yeah.
curious about that.
Like obviously, Razzleberries, you guys have the of temples and totems,
Yeah.
which is an adventure map, and you've got some awesome stuff that you do
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. And what does sideloading mean? Sideloading just basically means that rather than opening it in regular Minecraft, like just opening a world while in the game, you just take the world and you dump it into your game files, which either way, I mean, you can also like import and export worlds as well on Windows 10. So
Let me maybe just show the players real quick, or the viewers real quick, how to like download any of the resource packs from NVIDIA, and yeah, just like yeah,
Yeah, the resource. Yeah. Yeah, from the NVIDIA texture site, right?
yeah.
So I know which one to put in. Okay, so that is at aka.ms/raytracingdocs is where you can see how you can create your own textures and where you can get these texture files so you can play with them and see what's all in them and stuff like that. So, and then maybe Drillkiss will show us how to make a texture.
Oh yeah. So if you want, I can show you the model resource pack, which has some actually different blocks that I would like to show off here as well. Once I find the
Yeah.
URL, because I totally did not remember the URL you were saying.
aka.ms/raytracingdocs, all one word.
Ray tracing.
Docs, DOCS.
Oh, okay.
And it's aka.ms, which is our Microsoft URL shortener.
Oh, okay. I'm here, but this is the guide, I think, for the textures, but this is not. I did not see any URLs for downloading Muddle, I think.
I thought those were all in there.
Unfortunately not, because I found the Muddle resource pack on this page here. Whoops, too far down. It should be around. Actually, I'll search on page. Muddle. Yes, so yeah, it's right here. So Muddle RTX. Save file.
Oh, but that is one of the guides, yeah.
It was actually the press release that was on
Oh, okay.
Tuesday.
I should have made a link for that one too.
Yes, so let me go back to the resource packs page and
Yeah. All are in the store. Yeah, the full worlds are in the store. So if you go to the store and you just click on Marketplace, then you can see all of the free RTX worlds. And you can download, when you download those worlds, you'll have access to the texture packs there too. So that's the easiest way. And they're all free, 100% free. So
and let me emphasize again, free.
Yeah, we just want to emphasize free again. So
because I mean, you probably spent if you bought a 2060, you probably already spent $400 on the RTX 2060. So it's like the best NVIDIA can do is provide free maps to show off the RTX.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see how to make these textures because we tried that last week, and for whatever reason, my OBS, I couldn't get it to show Photoshop, like the window where you actually do stuff in. So yeah, so I'm excited to see this because I used to make texture packs for Java a long time ago, and I started totally by accident. I was just changing the textures because I wanted, this was way before colored beds, and I wanted a purple bed. And so and then I just started changing more textures and more textures. And then the Nether update with strongholds came out. And I had totally forgot to retexture the Nether brick. And the way that I had set up some of the texture files was, instead of using the magenta, no texture magenta, I used white instead. And so when you would go into the Nether and you'd see a Nether stronghold, it would be look like white quartz, like white brick. So I tweaked it a little bit, and then I released it on Minecraft forum way back in the day. And then I just added to it little by little, and then the flower update came out, and there were so many new textures that I just removed it and gave up.
Aww.
I know that was the end of me making texture packs.
And so now with
That's all, folks.
the resource pack making that we had to do at Raspberries, like just the PBR texturing, we had over 700 block textures. Block textures only.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my
It took
gosh.
3 of us and 2 months to handle everything, including QA and trying to hit the learning curve because we were tackling a 2-week learning curve.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Penguin the Fluffy says, I don't know. Personally, I'm willing to pay good money to watch Helen bump into light sources over and over again until she knocks herself out because they were pretty.
Oh.
He's an old friend. I know he's totally just kidding. So, but that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I like that. But yeah. Yeah, oh, excuse me. Yes. Let's see. Oh, Superflu guy said, "Where are you guys doing? The screen is too blurry to see the files." I think he was just loading in this world.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's let me actually grab the URL for yes. And I'll share it in the chat
What
here.
block is that?
In Twitch.
Redstone? Is that redstone?
Oh, yes, that was Redstone. Yes.
Oh, wow. That is pretty.
Oh, yeah. Wait until I show you the obsidian.
Oh yeah, you'll need to drop that link in again. Let me give you mods so that you can do that. Helen the Hedgehog, that's right.
Ha!
Okay, now you have moderators, so you can actually drop the link in and it will actually show up this time. But that's pretty funny. I like that. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Kai, for following. Got a new follower on Mixer.
Oh, thank you, Helen.
CenturyNet is on there. Oh, you're welcome. That way you can actually put down the link and it will actually work. And then I can put it in the other chat so it will work.
So here, if you're looking at stream, I have the obsidian blocks up, the model obsidian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's really, really pretty.
And even better is your favorite color, purple.
It is. It is. It's this beautiful plum purple color. I love it. So, Superflow Guy says, we should be able to make stone tools with redstone and sandstone since you can use blackstone. No, redstone is a powder, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's kind of a pasty substance.
And
Yeah.
sandstone is not really stone.
Yeah.
It's just really, really, really compacted sand.
Yeah. So, it wouldn't actually make sense with that.
Well, I mean, making redstone tools will actually be a different funny idea, because, like, if you're mining and then for some random reason you all of a sudden find TNT, once a redstone pickaxe hits it, the TNT goes off.
That's true. That would be dangerous.
That would be interesting indeed.
But, you can do that stuff now with, other
Add-ons.
things.
Oh yeah, with Java modding, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so if you want to see those tools in your game, you can totally mod them in on both Bedrock and Java. So you can do that if you want. Yeah, it does look great. I really like that. Instant detonation. That's right. That's right. It'd be.
To make it worse, you should make the TNT look like actual stone.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
diabolical.
That is pretty diabolical, actually.
That's mine. Well,
Ha.
boom.
Or maybe if you're find the creeper with the redstone sword, that would also be pretty disastrous.
That's true.
But creepers don't react to redstone though.
Oh, but we can change that. With the behavior pack.
That's true. You can
Yeah,
definitely
true,
change that
true.
with the behavior pack.
And so what I have here is terracotta. So unfortunately, in Muddle, terracotta is actually a lot of terracotta blocks are kind of really similar. They're a collection of different colors, uneven tiles, rather than being like the Minecraft terracotta where they're all different designs. But you can see here that the tiles are like actually uneven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just like this really pretty effect.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. The light just dances off of it.
Oh yeah.
Love it so much. Love it so much. What does RTX stand for?
Uh, yeah. So
Ray
it's
tracing.
basically RTX is basically GTX but with ray tracing. Hence RTX.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
GTX.
GTX. The GeForce. They're GeForce cards.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Super Fluid Guy, unfortunately, that's the ZAT bug that's occurring where with like magma blocks and stuff. Where if I pull out Blastford, then the front face of the block will actually be glowing entirely because of a problem with animated textures, where
Yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't really know where the light is then.
yes, it doesn't have a proper way of getting like the per pixel light data.
Because it literally changes
Yeah,
everything.
so you can see here that by with the side by side comparison that the whole face of the block just glows.
Oh yeah, that's so pretty. That's awesome. I think we talked earlier about animated textures that they can't be emissive. Is that correct?
They can't be what?
Uh,
Emissive.
emissive
Uh,
animated.
so not only emissive, but or animated textures will be fully emissive, but there will also be no data for roughness and metallicity. So it will be whatever the default value is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately. Which I guess they do have plans for changing. They were discussing about some kind of like a overhaul. They wanted to do so. I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is all beta, and this is the very first beta too. Like this is this is the very first beta that we've released for RTX. So you never know what the future will hold.
Also,
You
Helen, I
never know
actually
what
have a
the
question.
future will hold.
So
Yes, yes.
when did RTX become a thing? Like when did the tops of RTX start, and when was like implementation started?
That is a great question. I wish we had one of our PMs or graphics devs who was a little bit closer to the project. I actually was brought into the project after it was, after people had already started working on stuff like that. But I've been with the studio for a long time. So let me see if I can remember. I think the very first time it was mentioned was when we were all back in the Redmond team was all back in the Lincoln Square office, and somebody had a YouTube video a of a Java world that had shaders on it, and it looked really cool. And I remember some of us were because we just kind of crowd around people's desks sometimes and look at the stuff that they're looking at. If people find something cool, and I remember somebody going, "Man, wouldn't it be awesome if we could bring stuff like this to Bedrock, right?" So, and that was, oh gosh, that was like 3 years ago or something, and it was just like a passing comment, but I think it kind of all stuck in our minds, and definitely being inspired by all the amazing stuff that the Java community has done too, and wanting to bring as close of an experience as we can to Bedrock players too. Once again, hardware, man can't do anything about hardware, but still being inspired by that. And then I really don't know when exactly work started being done specifically on the RTX project. I'd need to chat with one of our graphics devs to find out. So I don't know exactly when it started.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
Honestly, I have something against shaders, and that's basically everything looks good with shaders. So don't show off your builds with shaders, because it will not say anything about how good it is.
I actually did see, I have to say, I did see a build, and it was a build that I participated in, so I can be critical of it. But I have seen a build that was on a Java server that me and a couple of other folks did, and the when they turned on shaders, it actually looked really bad. It looked like the colors were just not the build itself. Everything else looked good, but the build itself, the way that we built it with the dark oak and the spruce, and it just looked bad.
Aw.
We were trying to build like a kind of like not an arena or a mansion or a castle, but just like we're trying to do like a very large coordinated build of like kind of like a
Just a
like a
large house.
well, it was closer to more like a I guess maybe cathedral, but not quite. But in that more like that style, right? It was supposed to be like a gathering hall, was what it was supposed to be. And it just because we used like all dark woods together and we didn't have a lot of block differentiation and maybe it was also like the texture pack, it just looked like a pointy shaped poo, really was that's what it looked like when we put shaders on. It just looked really dark and not didn't really
That,
have
that
much.
I'm going to be honest. This is literally the first time I'm hearing a story of someone saying something looked worse with shaders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it depends on the build, right? And that's our build
I've
wasn't.
seen really bad builds and people turn on shaders and they still looked good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that can happen too.
So
That.
honestly, if you're going to show off a build, don't use shaders. Just let them judge why vanilla looks.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Don't fluff up your looks just to make your build look better.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty.
So,
But
would you want to like move on to like a quick tutorial on the RTX textures?
yes, yes, let's do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
cool. So let me close this, and then I'll close that too. I had a folder. Another update, excellent. So this is actually a bit of an older folder. Let's see, what block would you like me to possibly like kind of port over to the Nether update, or like,
Um,
or the Nether update block to like make RTX
Fine obsidian.
grind up saying absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
Let
or the
me.
respawn anchor. That could also look really good. Two to the left, one to the left.
Oh, Helen. So, someone in the Twitch chat asked an interesting question. I feel like I've also asked this question before. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, yeah. So the super duper graphics pack. You guys would still have the resources for it, right?
So it was um it's kind of hard to say because of the way that
It was
development the way that
the,
we were doing the development of it. It's not like what you saw in the videos
wasn't
was
real.
wasn't real. Yeah, it was completely fake. It was made
Oh.
up. I mean that's just honestly that's hashtag real talk. That's
Yeah.
the honest truth.
It makes
There
sense.
were some
Yeah, it
textures,
made sense.
there were some textures and stuff like that, and I would hope that we still have those. But but it also wasn't done in a style that would support actual ray tracing, right? Like you're about to show us how you actually
Oh,
make ray trace textures,
so
right?
I'm actually like still curious about that because if you guys maybe like contacted Raspberries like to maybe readapt it to RTX, then maybe we can kind of help salvage it for you guys.
Yeah, I have no idea what the end result or what the end
I
whatever.
love Bangula Fluff's reaction.
Oh yes, yes. Cough,
Fluff's
movie
movie
magic
magic
cough. That's
guff.
right. Yeah, I mean honestly, that's what it is. I remember when I started working on games many years ago, and I was talking to a
A
community
long
manager
time ago in
a
a
long time ago.
land far away.
That's right. That's right. And I remember talking to one of my friends who worked at a who was doing community management at a game studio, and I said, how? So why was your E3 trailer so different, like looking and everything, than what you actually released? And he kind of laughed and he was like, didn't you know? Like those trailers, they're not indicative of gameplay. Even says in
Oh,
really tiny print at the very bottom. He said everybody gets like movie companies and stuff like that to make these really flashy trailers and stuff like that, but most of the time it's not actual game footage. And that just blew my mind. But I mean, but it's absolutely true. And if you look for that tiny little line, it will say in tiny little letters at the bottom, not indicative of game footage, or
that
this
makes
is
sense.
not real game footage. So there is a disclaimer, but it's so tiny and most people miss it because you're drawn into like the flashiness and this and that and everything else. But
So
most
it's
most
kind of like the magic tricks that involve like drawing your attention away from the what makes the magic happen and just shows you what kind of the sleight of hand, I guess it's called.
yes. Okay, now I just looked at the screen and you're turning my beautiful crying obsidian from purple to green. What is this madness? What are
No,
you doing?
it's
So
a
what I'm actually
different
doing is
layer.
I'm
It's a
tracing it
different
because
layer.
so as for obsidian, I consider it two materials. We have the obsidian, then we have kind of like the streets of obsidian. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to separate the
You're
little
trying
like
to
crying
separate
lines.
the tears from the obsidian.
Yes.
Oh, so you're making it not sad anymore.
Well, no, I'm trying to isolate the tears.
Oh, trying to isolate the tears. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah, just like my life, was trying to not focus on the sad parts.
That's right. That's right. Oh, isolates the
Don't
tears.
worry, be happy.
That's right. That's right.
So, just to like, kind of speed things along, what I'm going to do is actually no. Let me see if I can grab the obsidian texture real quick. Sorry, I'm like disorganized.
No, you're totally fine.
Um,
Totally fine.
I need a obsidian texture. I don't think I even have on my machine. Let me check the downloads folder. It is yes, vanilla resource pack. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with the PBR texturing process, since this is Obsidian based off the base Obsidian texture, this kind of Obsidian being based off of the base Obsidian texture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just like quickly kind of like texture the PBR textures again for the Obsidian just to like show part of the process because as you can see here, they're not actually that different besides the crying lines. When I'm just like disabling and enabling the regular obsidian texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so this here, so what I'm going to do first is show you a really easy trick to quickly making a normal texture because what you see in like I'll be frank about it. What you see in like the promotional materials for like RTX, what they do is a technique called bump mapping, which is a different thing than normal mapping. And what happens when you do bump mapping is that you'll see the little bezels on the blocks and stuff. And I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the bezels. They don't really fit the look of Minecraft at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is an easy shortcut to make a normal map. So if I go to full shots filters, I go to 3D, it has two options, generate bump/height map or generate normal map. So I'm doing normal map here. And it's just going to take a while to do it, I guess. There we go. So now I have this really nice preview of the results of the normal map that's going to generate. Why is this not live? I have RTX cards. It should be live because it's live on my map book.
Oh yeah, this is a good question. What are bezels?
Bezels. Let me pull up another browser window. Open new window. Right here.
Oh, Sean is in the chat. He says, "Hi, Drolkus, huge fan."
Sean, what, my dude?
Oh, I'm not crying. It's just these onions. Says Pingu the Fluffy.
From the sheep.
Well, if I look at the Minecraft Xbox tech demo, because there's a Xbox tech demo. So I'm not saying that RTX is also coming to Xbox Series 1 because this is only a tech demo here. Okay, so here you can kind of see the give it a moment here. I just want to make sure I get to the right frame. There we go. So you can kind of see the bezels here, where there's kind of the subtle darker lines on the sandstone here, and it doesn't fit the resolution of the 16 by 16 blocks. Yeah, and so this the whole of the Razzleberries PBR texturing team, we didn't agree with the bezels because it's well, again, it's not the same resolution, it's just smaller resolution and doesn't fit Minecraft in the 16 by 16 context. Yes, so here, this is the way we do it. So unfortunately, Photoshop here, they interpolate it, it gets blurred. But this is how we do it, because what it actually generates is a 16 by 16 here. So actually, what you're looking at is 32 by 32 because it tiles here, because the normal generation tool does not handle edges well. It will not wrap around, it will just clip. So then, if I just crop it back down to 60 by 16, yes, that's okay. I like clipping, and now I have a normal texture here. So it looks completely whack. It looks like modern art. It looks like maybe even future art. The future of modern art is it even art. So that's okay, because this is not really art for people to understand, is art for the machine to understand. Because what happens here is actually angle data. So when I mean angles, is that what normal is that it is the trick behind making something look 3D. Yes, so without getting too much into details, that is just the normal map. And then I'm just going to mute the normal map a little bit.
Okay.
Because the angles are intense on this one, and normally the block is actually not that intense in terms of the angle. So I'm just gonna do just a 50% of neutral normal because I discussed some of the details like last Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, so that is just the normal map for the regular Obsidian, and now for the Emotes specular or the specular material. So I actually forget a little of how I set this up. So let me just kind of cheat a little by looking at what I did previously.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
MacDash Shadow Rose, the official Minecraft Discord, often has issues with people connecting to it.
Yeah,
Because
we are capped out, it looks like.
We are what?
Yeah.
The official Minecraft Discord is completely capped out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at 500,000 members, which is the maximum on Discord.
Yeah, so that's why it's not working because no one can join it. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me go ban someone.
it gets purged weekly, so a couple of users will be kicked
Mm-hmm.
to make room for new active users.
So first, so what I did with Obsidian here was that I basically made the purple bits more purple using the metallic layer. I think. No, I did not. No, I made it the other way around.
Can you delete the Minecraft Discord? That would fix the issue.
What? No. That would not fix it.
You know what
That
would
would
fix
suck.
it? Deleting the Discord and making a new one.
No. No. That's a bad idea.
Oh. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first cancel all the colors of the Obsidian texture because
Mm-hmm.
basically the trick here is that I'm using the kind of like the brightness state of each pixel to base the specular material because this is how we did the things at Raspberries. So now we just have a grayscale Obsidian. So now I'm going to do a leveling here, and instead of doing so then I just out it. Come back. There you go. Options. Thank you. So yes, we want find dark and light colors. So this is perfect. So now we have a extremely contrasted Obsidian texture that goes from black to white, which is exactly what I want. So now the magic happens here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So actually, I want to invert this because I believe that's why I did. I inverted this. Where's invert? Is this invert? Nope, that's posterize.
Oh yeah, are you using Blender? If not, what are you using to make the 3D stuff as Superfluid guy?
So I did this with no preview tools. I did this with only Photoshop, and I reloaded Minecraft RTX every time to make changes take effect because it was unfortunately the fastest way of doing it. I mean, if Minecraft takes like 30 seconds to load up, then it's like, why wait for why handle it through Blender?
Mm-hmm. That's still cool.
Oh yeah. So, what I then want to make these colors is so I picked magenta here for a good reason. So this I'm working on now is the specular texture. So again, it's not meant to be art for the humans. It's supposed to be art for the computer. So what's actually happening here is that this is going to make it appear fully metallic because it's entirely red, and it's going to be like somewhat rough. The line will be somewhat rough because it is 50% blue. But I want to make I want to make the it's hard to describe.
Mm-hmm.
Just
No, that's fine.
all right.
Throwing shade at Blender. No. Why are we making a grayscale? So that's because we're working in certain channels, correct?
Yes, I'm working with certain channels, so what I wanted to do initially is to equalize it across all channels. So then, is a process that's a little hard to describe. It's hard to describe because it's really technical.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm actually going to do is I just gotta be like riffing here. Like it's just gotta be like and then I'll like talk in better detail of like how I actually like did the things with the redstone rail that I was going to show you how to make. But first, I just finished the obsidian here, so now I'm just going to cover the. Oh no! Did I delete the? Great. Oh well. I'll just make it again.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, so this here, now we're getting onto the stuff that I have that worked on before, so this is going to be crying obsidian, so... I'm just going to make this somewhat emissive, just to kind of, like, make it cool.
Super Fluid Guy says, what file is this image? I don't remember the last time PNG had 30 different channels. So this is a PSD file, which is a Photoshop file, correct?
Wait, oh, channels is, so what channels are is actually, like, the color data, so this is actually part of PNG. This, what I'm working here is a PSD source file, but I will export it to a regular PNG. So what I have here is just a rudimentary emissive texture for crying obsidian. So I will replace the regular obsidian and the resource path that I was using, the Razzle Core.
Mm-hmm.
So it will just be obsidian. But it will be actually obsidian underscore MBR because it's the specular texture. So what MBR really means is metals. Okay, gee, thanks. Okay, let's try that again.
So Super Fluid Guy says, so PNGs can store material data?
So again, this is actually a special type of texture.
It's still just pixels, but they
Yeah.
can be interpreted as material data.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That's also how we read maps. We don't actually read a map like read out words. We literally look at the map, we see lines, we know those are roads. And we see circular patterns, we know, okay, that's the height map.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still just an image.
I'm just going to keep the normal map the same. So then I'm going to close Photoshop and then, actually, no, I'm going to keep Photoshop. So what I wanted to show you the process of actually making, where was it? It was Rail Golden, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So so now I'll talk a little more detail of what I was actually doing. So here is a redstone rail. So it's actually made of 4 materials. It has the wooden ties, it has the iron rods, and it has the gold lining, and it has the redstone. So what I'm going to do is take care of the wood first. So
wood, iron, gold, and redstone.
What's that?
No, just summarizing for you. Just wood, iron, gold, and redstone.
Oh yes. Yeah, so I'm going to color... So here, I've picked a color that would be fully rough, and is non-metallic, and it's non-emissive, so it's just 255 blue, or 100% blue. Best way to put it, 100% blue. So I'm going to color all of the wood bits here full blue. And then now, for the metal bits, I'm going to
You're not
yes,
going to
cyanide made them fully reflective, but if we really think about rails, there's going to be a lot of minecarts passing over rails, so they would not be exactly polished. So what I'm going to do is maybe go with approximately 116 rough, so that'll be like maybe 32 roughness, but since it's metal, and I want to make it appear fully metal, it's going to be 100% red.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oops. Yes. So let me actually select the iron rails here and paint bucket. And now, I would do the same for gold, except 250 or 100% red does not look exactly great on gold. What's looks better is actually doing 50%. So it will be 50% red.
Mm-hmm.
And mind, we are still keeping 1/16 blue. So superfluid guy, to answer your question, so it has to do with the levels, because the more of a color you're using, or the more intense of a color you're using, the more you're going to kind of like configure the material as so. What I mean is like, the more red a color is, the more metallic it'll be. And when I say when the more red is, the more, I really mean the more red the color is in terms of the color theory, because the color theory. So actually, the color theory. I'm not really going to get onto that. But what matters here is actually the channels.
Yeah, so for example, blue just has no effect, red starts to reflect, and I'm not sure what you're going to use on the redstone, but that's going to light up instead.
Yeah, so redstone, I'm going to maybe do 2 for emissivity, because you actually don't need a lot to make something glow, so 2 is perfect here. And then I'm going to maybe make it 64, because redstone is a fictional material, and I'll just define it my own way here. And redstone is not metallic, but I'm gonna maybe just, set the color so a little bit. So then I'm going to color all the redstone bits here. And now I'm just going to make all the transparent bits black, because I want to have full control of what the non-visible colors are, just for safety. I'm actually going to make it fully rough blue. So now we have the MBR texture for the redstone rail. If you look at it, it looks somewhat reminiscent, but also looks like a poorly drawn version of very poorly drawn. But it looks like this for a reason, because if we look at the channels here, this is the red channel. So let's make this visible. So this is the bits that are metallic. So the more intense red is, the more metallic it'll be. But
Oh, okay.
yes, so now if we
how
switch,
did you know
Reflects.
what colors to use?
yeah, exactly. So then if I switch to the blue channel here, this is the bits that'll be rough. So in terms of the lighting, so the more blue you see, the more rougher it'll be. Like the more lighting diffusion there will be in terms of focusing the light, because when you're focusing the light more, the more reflective something will appear, basically.
What about green?
Green is emissive, and since there's like so little green, because I only use like I use value 2 out of like 255, is barely visible, and that's what sometimes will get artists, is that even if you can't see it, it will still take effect.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why you wouldn't put any, because you don't want it to glow.
Exactly.
So that makes total sense. Okay, go on.
And so now, for the normal map, I'm not going to be using the all generator, because this is finally, this is kind of a crisp thing here. If trying to think of a better way to talk about, It's made of multiple materials. It's not a single material like obsidian. Obsidian is a single material, but redstone rail is multiple materials. And not only that, is the normal generator is kind of an imperfect thing. So just to demonstrate, I will just go ahead and try using the normal generation tool. If this isn't going to be... Oh, I see why. Let me actually copy that and just paste. Wait, nope. So then let's make that visible. And now I'm going to at least demonstrate the normal generation tool and why you shouldn't use it on a texture like the redstone rail. So this, it doesn't really look exactly like a redstone rail. Like, it just doesn't fit. Like, it's interpolated, it's blurry, it's really technical to look at. So I don't know if the viewers will understand what you're looking at. But this isn't what I want here. So instead, I want full control. So let me undo that. So first, I'll bring out the color picker here just to simplify things a little, because let's go back to the channels here, because this is a color picker here that I originally had the normal map here. So the way the normal map here works, my brain lost a train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. Totally fine. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're
Right. So
talking more than me.
what I was telling you last week is, like, if you hold your hand up in the air, like you straighten out your hand, you hold your palm flat, and then you imagine a straight line coming through your palm. If you rotate your palm, the imaginary line will still turn with your hands while you're turning your palm. But what I want to get to here is that each pixel you can consider them to be their own plane, and so you want to be turning these little planes basically for the normal map, to be creating the illusion that a texture is not flat, so it looks like it's a 3D surface when it's really a flat two-dimensional surface.
Okay, I get that, but I don't get the imagine the line going through your hand part.
Wait, why go through the what?
Yeah, what you said just a little earlier, the hold up your hand, imagine a line going through your palm. I don't get that part. Sorry.
Oh, it's just visualization, because what the normal actually is a line. So,
Finger the Fluffy said, would you say he went off track while working on the rails?
oh, so okay. So no, I was just trying.
No, he didn't go off track. He just changed the direction.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay. For a second, I realized that I thought you were trying to make a pun. That was going off track.
Yes, that was it. That was it. It was a pun. It was totally a pun.
Oh my god.
Penguin the Fluffy is known for his great puns.
That went over my head. Yes, so let me get back on track. Yes. So here I've got the color picker, which is a simplified version of this like kind of gradient sort of a setup that I have. And this is just a color picker just to simplify things. So then I'm just going to be drawing the rails here. So the wooden ties, I don't think you guys would consider them flat, right? They would be kind of like they would have a little bit of a little bit of an angle going like northwards, while the bottom edge would be kind of going south, facing southwards, if the rail was going north and south, right? Yeah. So this year I've got kind of the purple color and the green color. These are kind of like washed blue colors, which again is like the reason of color channels. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of shade the edges of the wind ties those respective colors. and just copy those over, just to save the viewers the pain of watching me paint something slowly. And so then we have the rails here, which would be kind of like the ties too. Like one side will be facing a little more the first way, and the other side be facing the opposite way. So I'm just going to like paint them the same way too. And then it just got.
Fluff just made a friend.
I didn't catch what you said.
Penguin Fluffy just made a friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that, yep, they're now best friends, which is great. Love it.
And then, so the golden bits, I would say they would be pretty flat, like it's just a supporting part of the redstone rail, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like I'm the artist here, so I have a little bit of a creative license to just kind of like do whatever. But you're still trying to think of how the material should be like shaped when you're like working on these sorts of things. And so I would kind of say the same about the redstone bits, where again, you're ignoring the fact that they're a different material. You're ignoring that they would be potentially emissive. You're ignoring all of that. You're just focusing on the shape of the material, which is what the normal map is all about. Shaping the flat surface. So now we have the fully normal map's redstone rail. So I'm going to go back to the channels here. So now you can kind of see that the flat segments here, or like the segments that are facing to the left or the right, are just neutral gray. But the ties here are actually are where you see different shades of gray facing either up or down.
Right.
So that's just the green channel. But the red channel is a different story, because the red channel does not relate to the up or downness. It relates to the left or rightness. So the ties here, they're completely neutral gray. But the rails themselves are facing the different sides of the rails are facing different directions. So this is where you'll see the different shades of gray. And so that's kind of like the easy steps to like making a PBR textures. It's on the surface it seems simple, and it can be simple, but there's like a learning curve to master it. So it just takes experimentation, because it took me 2 weeks to figure all this stuff out.
Right. I mean, that makes sense, too, that the more that you play around with it, the more cool stuff you can do with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that makes total sense.
That's
exactly.
true for basically everything.
Yep, definitely.
If
So
you don't mess with commands, you're never going to get good.
Oh yeah.
True. And building and everything like that.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the textures and the redstone rail textures in the Racicore pack, just to demonstrate what I've actually made.
I wonder if you can make a program that does it for you.
I could make a what?
I wonder if you can make a program that does all of this for you.
Sorry, your microphone is like a little, like really
He
quiet.
said he wonders if there's a program that you could have that would do this for you.
So, yes, but actually no. Is a unfortunate complex answer. So there is a tool called Substance Painter, which actually can cover a lot of this workflow for you, but it will only work with resolutions as low as 128 pixels. So it is not for
Minecraft, because Minecraft works with much smaller.
Yeah, so, yes, it's not for low resolution resource packs, because unfortunately they are 60 by 60, but if you're creating high resolution textures for Minecraft, then the answer is more of a yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes
Yes,
sense.
so FB Vico, yes, in the chat, yes, it becomes mess around with it long enough, and it becomes simple. Yes, that's correct.
And they're asking about the files. What's the final files look like?
Oh yes, so again, I have here the final specular material, and I have here the final normal material, and so again, these are not artistically assigned to look at. This is artistically assigned to look at. These two are not.
Mm-hmm.
So then now, I'm trying to remember what the exact file names of these are because they have to match the original texture's name with a special suffix at the end. See. Oh, perfect
Okay.
details. Yeah, so
I'm not sure how the bedrock names are, but I do know that they do follow the ID on
yeah,
Java.
so what you actually want to follow is the file name because this I think is supposed to be like Rail Golden. I'm not seeing.
Rail Golden or Golden Rail.
Yeah.
So
It
the
said that
reason
it could be
the
gold.
reason it has to have the exact same file name is because you're replacing it. Simple.
Sort of replacing, but it's actually really a material name for the texture. I actually do also want to note that from my understanding of what they want to change with in the future is that you'll actually like have to like create like I guess data-driven files to like link the textures to like the special materials to the texture. So you won't have to like go mess around with like file names.
Okay.
It's Golden Rail or Powered Rail.
I hope it's Golden Rail. But see, the problem is I'm actually not seeing anything with RAIL. Like there's just a cut of like quartz ore and then red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no Rail Golden, but Golden
Yeah.
Rail should be.
What the heck is happening here? Because this is the reservoir here. Let me just open the... Okay, it's what's happening here? Okay, so it's Rail Golden Powered, so that's correct. Oh, I know why. Because I have it saving as PNG, but it's not showing the TGA, which is fine. That's totally fine. So it's Rail Golden Powered. Is that the correct name? It's the correct name. So we want Rail Golden underscore Powered underscore MBR because this is specular material. So we want to suffix it with mer. So that's the specular material, the MERB material, and then we have the normal material. Oops. Save as. No, I don't want to save to cloud documents.
Superfluid Guy asks, what are TGAs for?
TGA is another image format. Visually, it gives you more control over what the transparency channel is, but otherwise it doesn't really change much. It's just another image format. So it's Rail Golden underscore Powered underscore normal, and then I just need to put in the correct folder, and then I can actually show you guys the actual effects. Save, and then previously I had Golden Rail textures here, except they were TGA files, so I actually have two of the same texture as saved as different file formats. So let me just eliminate the older one, so we can just like make sure, just not worry about conflicts. Yeah, so Rail Golden. Yeah, so TGA, whoops, TGA, delete. Yes, be gone. And now we're loading up Minecraft.
Nice.
Yeah, back to the science stuff.
Yes, the Nether music is so beautiful. I agree. This is a good question from Superfluid Guy. Why does Mojang use TGAs for textures for emissive textures in vanilla? Are TGAs better for that too?
So actually, so this is I think that, in my opinion, a common misconception on even just texturing in general. Whatever image material you use, whether it is PNG, TGA, or even JPEG, because the Bedrock engine can read all three texture formats. It can read all texture formats, but it has a priority order of the texture formats it reads, which is in order PNG first, then TGA, then JPEG. But what I wanted to focus, more on was that there's no differences besides the compression algorithm. There's no difference at all.
Gotcha.
And the effects in the game. So now, let's pull out the rail. So here is the rail that I just freshly textured. Oh wait, no, this is the old one, or this is the non-powered one. So I want the redstone block, real quickly. So here it is.
Nice. Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Oh, so shiny.
Oh yes.
So shiny.
Oh,
Fresh.
hold
That's
up.
right.
It's not. It is pulling the wrong file because I did not make it that shiny. I'm sorry, Helen.
Well, looks good anyway. So.
Oh, it does. It does look good, but it's not the way I made it. So, definitely watch out for or for some reason, like your texture's not being correctly read, like it's somehow using the old materials. Then definitely watch out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Why is it?
Sunk pirate wreck. Scrap the deck and make it look shiny. Damn, Alan, it's your fault. Oh, now I have Moana in my head.
Oh, sorry. Sorry I put it in your head. I didn't mean to.
Let's see.
Well, well, well. Little Maui's in trouble with his look.
I'm not even sure what's
WWE big guy. What a terrible performance. Get the hook.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what's happening here, but this is supposed to look like crying obsidian here too. So I'm not sure what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's PBR texturing. I'm not even sure why it's not taking effect, but
Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe do you have to change it in your resource packs? Like bump it up?
I tried updating it, but that's weird. Let me just
Black-eyed Incubus. No, it doesn't work on Entity.
let me try reloading the game. Actually, I might have an idea why the obsidian
That
texture
also
did not take
includes,
effect.
blocks that use entity rendering, such as shulker boxes.
So unfortunately, PBR textures do not work on entities yet. I emphasize yet. I hope they change in the future. I'm sure they want to change in the future, but currently is nothing yet.
Oh, Superfluid Guy says try deleting the old version of the pack, maybe?
I'm changing the Zap pack here. This is the Zap pack that I was not the Zap pack, but this is the workflow I was doing. Right, Obsidian. I was trying to update the Obsidian. So let me duplicate this one and rename it to just Obsidian.
Mm-hmm. That works.
Yes. And then now we go to the RTX pack and paste it here.
and green in it.
Makes sense.
Okay, so the game is closed, so now let me relaunch. Fingers crossed it works. That's a great point, Superfluid guy. I did check that. But I'm only changing the global resources here. Let me just deactivate, and then just kill the game, cause so there's some other interesting bugs when it comes to adding PBR textures, because what I believe is happening is that not only there is one texture atlas where all the blocks and items are part of, but there are separate texture atlases that would be the PBR textures for the three sets of atlases. The first one being the regular blocks and textures, but then there's also the two other atlases that are the PBR textures. But that's my assumption of how it works, based off the bugs I saw. So now I'm just gonna kill the game again because I added a bunch of PBR textures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a sanitization thing so I have full control. Atlas is like is a bit stitched together of textures because it's a optimization for like game or rendering engines, so they're not having to constantly swap textures all the time. Because if you have a massive sheet of textures all at once, then you can just change the texture you're looking at instead of trying to be constantly switching the texture like several billions of times per second. Potentially. Okay, so I am not seeing crying up sitting here, so this is testing my patience. Huzzah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Your anger.
So,
They're striking down.
yeah, so I'm just gonna like throw the resource pack into the map and see if that changes anything.
Sounds good.
Nope, it did not. Well, I don't know actually about billions of times per second. It depends on the rendering optimizations they have, but we are looking at my screen here is 1440 pixel or p basically, so it's like it's a very high resolution. It's not 4K, but it's a high resolution, so it's definitely millions of pixels. So, and I'm rendering at 60 FPS, so it's like just a lot of pixels per second, basically. So I'm not seeing crying obsidians here, so this is great.
Excellent.
Oh, that's a bat. I was already wondering what that was.
Oh, well, I mean, it could have also. No, I guess it's too small to be a phantom, so.
Yeah, it left like a trail, but that didn't seem right.
Well, you know, sometimes weird things happen,
Oh, they do.
so it's all good. Also, I
That's
love
what you call the paranormal activity.
paranormal. That's right.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the resource packs here in the world, because I found it, so I'm going to get rid of that.
Yeah, delete the stuff in storage in the cache from in-game.
Yeah.
Says Raz, who's on. Raz is on. Hi, Raz! Raz and Forge Logical are both on YouTube.
Raz!
that was a little weird reaction. It's Raz says to do that, and hi, Raz! Oh, that was nice.
Unfortunately, I'm only on the Twitch chat here, so... Okay, well, I'm not seeing crying obsidian here, so I'm just gonna say uncle and just throw in the towel, but...
Good.
Yeah.
Razzleberry Fox is watching on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
So we're streaming on Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, and Periscope/Twitter. So there's tons of people who are watching who also aren't in chat because they're just watching off my Twitter account. So.
Yeah. I did not show you guys the terracotta, so it's a reflective material. it's exactly as you expect of like glazed terracotta.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you guys have any more requests for blocks you want to see, it's all right here. Just make the requests.
Yep. Super Fluid Guy says maybe the game
I
doesn't
wonder
want
if you
to
did
add
anything with
1.16
command block.
textures.
I hope
Command block?
the game is not trying to pull that conspiracy on me, but, you know, that's a perfectly reasonable conspiracy to believe. So yes, the shells are native to RTX. Like shells is part of how RTX works. Like you can see shells everywhere. You can see the planes here. You can see the trees casting shells. Is part of RTX. Is part of the RTX line ball.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Did you do anything with command blocks?
What's that?
Did you do anything with command blocks? Make it work with RTX?
Oh, command blocks. So unfortunately, command blocks are animated textures.
Alright, super slightly.
Yes.
Super Fluid Guy wants to see lime glazed terracotta.
Yes, glazed lime
Very
terracotta. Yes, this is my favorite one. I made this one. I made all the terracotta actually, but the other ones are just not as cool as this one. Oops.
I made this one. I made all of them.
Also, the dragon egg. We already saw how a magma block looked, and it didn't really look any different because isn't it because
It's
the
animated.
text was animated? Yeah.
Oh, dragon nets? No, they're not animated. I can show you those nets.
Oh
Dragon-
yeah. No, I meant the dragon blocks are
Correction. Wait, did you say dragon egg or dragon head?
dragon eggs. Dragon heads are with redstone.
Oh yes, dragon heads
they
are yeah.
Dragon heads are entity rendering. Yeah.
Yeah, they're block entities. Yes.
It's not block entities because then furnaces also wouldn't work. It's block
Furnaces
entity
are
rendering.
well. What actually what I mean by block entity is the rendering. Like
Yeah, there's a difference between block entities and blocks with entity rendering.
yes.
Just making that clear.
So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But all blocks that have entity rendering do have block entities.
Oh, Mr. X Bob says, could you switch to nighttime and pour lava down a mountain?
oh yeah, absolutely. So this here first is
Oh,
the
nice.
oh yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the lava, just real quick. And, you know, just pour it. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of fireflies. Fireflies still exist. Sort of. But now they're gone because I poured lava. So there's a little bit of light in the scene now.
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. So incredibly pretty.
Oh yeah. So that's lava. So unfortunately, you'll see that the sides of the grass blocks are actually shiny. They're flat. They're shiny. We did not do this. This is still a bug with grass blocks. For some reason, they're not accepting normal or specular materials.
That's probably because they use two different textures. One for the dirt and the other for coloring the grass based on the biome.
It might have to do with that. But I mean,
Almost definitely seeing that dirt is not affected.
but even even saying that, the normal maps still take effect. The PBR materials still take effect for like these tall grass blocks here, and also like some other blocks like the crops and
Yes, but tall grass does only use one texture, and that's a grayscale texture that's colored based on biome. The grass blocks use two textures, one that is colored based on biome and one that isn't.
Actually, yes and no. So on Java Edition, grass blocks use two textures in the model, but in Background Edition, they only use one texture.
Oh, that fire.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yep, it's on fire.
That fire is so pretty.
Oh yeah.
Wait, then how does Bedrock decide which pixels to color?
So wait, Helen, are you telling me you went to watch the world burn?
Yes!
Watch
But
the
only
world
if it's an
burn.
RTX. Otherwise, if it's not RTX, then I don't care.
Oh, fair
Helen,
enough.
you want to watch the world burn or do you want to blow it up?
Well, at least Helen is
fire
not
better.
is
The fire and the lava are prettier.
yeah. At least it's
Alright,
not.
so if you would wanted to blow it up, I would put you in charge of that Death Star.
Haha.
Oh
Helen,
yeah, that's
at
true.
least it's
Yeah.
not you wanting to see a graphics cards go on fire.
No, I don't want to see graphics cards go on fire. No.
All
Will
right,
we
the dragon
stream
egg.
tomorrow.
Thank you for reminding me.
We might. Helen with her pyrovision. That's right.
Oh yes,
so
Pyrovision.
good.
So
Yeah.
let me actually position this bear. Let me find a bear place. There we go. Here's a bear place. So let me just set the light here. And then let me just draw a line of dragon eggs. So, I actually made the dragon eggs a bit similar to the way I did Obsidian. So you can kind of see the bits are like a little little shiny. Like, I'm sure some of you would debate that this is not actually how eggs would normally work, but it's like it's just kind of an uneven surface.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
Yes, so if I would actually have made these look a little more rounder, like in terms of the facing, I've set all sides use a single texture, so this isn't exactly feasible.
Yeah, I think that's also how it actually is normally. One texture for all sides.
Yeah, it's the same texture on all sides.
Oh, that's so pretty though.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Now light it on fire.
But they wouldn't do anything if you lit them on fire.
Don't
'Cause-
don't dragons need like really hot place to hatch?
I think it depends on what mythology you're following.
Yes.
So, in
Right.
in Minecraft mythology, as of like right now, clearly, dragon eggs never hatch. I mean, dragon eggs never hatch. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Unless you use mods.
that's true. If you use mods, then yeah, you
Oh,
can do
yeah.
anything with mods. So, I love that gold so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the only deviation of any terracotta block, like the gold lines are actually gold. But otherwise, all the other terracotta blocks are just like reflective. They are just like painted and glazed over.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh
That's
yeah.
so pretty. I love that. And the thing is that I'm not even a big fan of lime, the color, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
works so well. I would actually use that.
Which is funny
Yeah,
you
I
bring that up,
agree.
Helen, because purple is the exact opposite of, or lime is the exact opposite of purple.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is the opposite color
Oh.
because if you consider the color wheel, let's say we have a triangle. So one corner is red, the other corner is green, and the last corner is blue. Purple would be on the line between red and blue, and green is the corner opposite.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's the opposite color of purple. Direct opposite.
Mm.
No
Yeah.
wonder you hate it, Helen.
Yeah, no, what? Exactly. Exactly.
Helen loves purple, of course. Lime
Yeah.
is the sworn enemy.
Oh yes.
That's right. Sworn enemy.
Oh yeah.
Totally sworn enemy.
You should come up with an evil plot.
Who, me? I should come up with an evil plot?
Yeah.
What type of evil plot? I don't even know what evil plot I would...
Oh!
Something to remove all the green from this world.
I mean, we would need a diamond pick, mine obsidian. Imagine a dragon trying to hatch out an obsidian egg with its little dragon baby legs. No wonder the one Ender Dragon there has a bad attitude. That's so good,
Ooh.
Penguin the Fluffy. Black-Eyed Incubus wants to know if you can show all glazed terracotta blocks.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
So, how long is the stream still planned to continue?
I don't know, until we're done. Until
Yeah.
we want to stop.
Yeah. I mean, if you can just let me know when to stop, because I can kind of do this all day, but I mean, I was
awesome.
spending whole days texturing these blocks. Like, this was a full-time job.
That's true.
Did
I
you
mean,
get
that
paid?
makes sense.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, it is probably one of my favorite jobs I've ever taken up on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this was truly an exciting project to be part of.
That's very cool.
Oh yes.
I'm a fan. Okay, excellent.
You messed up the grey one.
What do you mean? Oh, oops. There you go. That's more like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah. And then some more terracotta. Yes, starting with the yellow. And I already showed you guys the lime, so I'm just gonna skip that.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know why, but the red glazed terracotta always reminds me of Nether wart.
Oh my gosh. That would definitely go on r/Otley specific subreddit.
Oh.
Especially the what? German speaking Chihuahua.
What?
I'm just looking at Twitch chat. This was Pengu the Fluffy.
I have a plan for removing green from the world, Hedden. You are going to need a ball of pudding, a flamethrower, and a German-speaking chihuahua. The rest is on need-to-know only basis.
Nice. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Also, you are uncommonly good with placing glazed terracotta. I just want to state for the record,
It's
I
just
am
putting them in a
terrible.
circle.
Oh
I
yeah.
know, but I'm still terrible at it. I always go the
Aww.
wrong direction.
Yeah, I actually like perfect to this technique because I had to like be placing a bunch of terracotta already when I was like testing the terracotta out because I did the textures for the terracotta here, so it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's just like placing a bunch of blocks all at once because these blocks have like different rotations, so it's just like I have to make sure they look right in like all angles, especially when I was working with the muddled terracotta.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So these are just like a little more flat in terms of the material, since unlike the lime terracotta, like I was actually a little concerned if I should not be doing the gold highlights of the limestone terracotta, but people seem to like it, so I kept it.
That's cool.
Oh
I
yeah,
really like that.
Thank
So
you.
I have a question. Do
Yeah.
you guys want to go ahead and like one of the things that Twitch gives you the ability to do is raid another person's channel, and I noticed that Gizzy Gaza is streaming. Do we want to go and raid his channel? Say hi.
Sure.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what this does, but I put
I have no idea.
I don't either. I've never tried this before, so
Let's
we'll see
figure
what
it
this
out
does.
together.
Oh yeah. Wait, I want to OBS. That's right. Where's OBS? There you go.
Oh, I see.
Oh
So
wow! I turn on the sound and literally the first thing I hear. Hell, it's raining! Yeah!
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys have Gizzy Gaza on Twitch. Awesome.
Perfect.
Should I cut the stream?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here. Raid on Gizzy Gaz on Twitch. Thank you all so much for joining us for this live stream. And
Oh, yeah.
we might be back tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure
Oh
it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, thank you all for watching and checking out the awesome RTX materials and hopefully I'll be more available to everybody in the future.
Yep.
Thank you for tolerating me.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.